It's Bill Day. Well, I know, it sounds like a holiday, doesn't it? Maybe for the bill collectors. But yes, we got all the bills paid. Jimmy's probably gonna be scooting by soon to pick up his rent check. You know, he's pay me. So, now, I am happy to say we are indeed going to be seeing the dentist as scheduled on Wednesday. I'm hoping that it's going to go good. Yeah. As for all those people out there in Asia that are welcoming into the channel, I do hope that you will certainly join us in conversation as well. We'd much would appreciate that so much. Also, I'd like to remind all those people from Vietnam, China, and all those other countries in Asia, please check out our Kick channel as well. Kick could use your love. Man. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the well, okay, actually I'm not really, because I got a feeling it's going to be a multiple day procedure. When I say multiple days, is that this Wednesday is going to be the cleaning, x-rays, checkup. And then I think probably next month will probably be part 2. And then the month after that could be a part 3. Depending on the dentist. So, and I'm going to be very firm. I'm going to tell them what I want. And I'm going to explain nicely, but politely. Look, I know I don't have a lot of money. Okay, I depend on doing YouTube videos and putting a lot of work into them. It's a side hustle. But because it's camera, because I'm on TV, because I'm out there, I have to look good. Now, if you want, I got $5,000. I got access to maybe about $2,500 right now in Ally. I could probably put something towards the work now. If you want to do a payment arrangement, I know about the care credit one. I'm definitely want to get this damn done. Okay, because number one, it would be nice to finally not have to deal with these plastic teeth that constantly deteriorate after a while. Now, these are the teeth that we've seen on YouTube for years, the ones on the top. They're not the greatest. These are my real teeth. Okay? You see the gap? I look like I'm firing, don't I? You know, yeah. So, we made these plastic teeth, and, or veneers. I guess you can call them veneers. Call them fillers, okay? And the one on the top is conveniently hooks on to the crooked tooth on the front so it stays in and clicks in place. Okay? Except for that teeny itty piece that just seems to deteriorate right off and breaks off all the time. Relax, hand. Well, good morning to you anyway. So, everybody, welcome to the show anyway. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm not trying to ignore anybody. You don't need to be so prosaic. I mean, remember one of the things that we were said was start out with a show with a topic and get it done with, and then start with the next topic and get that one done with, and then with the next topic after that, get that one done with. Well, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to follow a certain pattern. That doesn't mean I'm trying to ignore any of you guys.
Oh, yeah!
No, I'm not. That's absolutely true. No, she's not. I'm really seriously am trying to. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. The ones in the bottom are most important because I need them to chew. The ones on the top, because there's a big hole. They right here. There, maybe teeth on the top of the cap, and then there's the whole like two teeth missing on the bottom. One, but the two teeth are sideways or kind of they're gonna go AWOL eventually. Yeah, because they're going sideways. Okay. Leno or Lay Geno. Okay, I got you. Come on, Bianca. I'm done talking about teeth now. The point is, we got all the bills paid. I got all the oh yeah, Frontier did get back to us in December. I didn't get the message until I happened to go back in my mailbox. On December 6th, we got an email that they wanted to talk to my landlord to do a site survey to get the fiber optic cable. So I reached out to them and said, sorry it took so long for us to get back to you, but indeed, we are still interested. So, is Frontier's Consulting going to get back to us? I don't know. Okay, panel, I'm going to open that up now. It's volatile organic compound, or VOC. Volatile organic compound to talk to me. So VOC to talk to me. Should be interesting. Yeah. Also, you'll see we are streaming at 720p. Yep. We're streaming at 720p, and for some reason, your signal is like on a greasy road. It's just kind of going all over the place. Well, it was fine this morning when I started out. Yeah, I think we know. And the modem was checked and everything. It was totally perfect this morning. Well, I got back to green again. Hey, that's a weird one. Yeah, absolutely. It has its spurts of red and lots of green. Well, the green's good. Yellow's okay. Red's your dad. Though. For someone who deleted the YouTube app, they are still around. Who are you talking about, Red? Hey, Jenna, why don't you come on up on the panel? Say you have the link VOC. VOC wants to come up and talk to me. I'm kind of waiting for someone to say hello. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be walking out a little bit later on today too. To get some air and some more small stuff at the store today. Now, I know I could call Instacart and go put more food in my kitchen, right? I got the food stamps for that. But I also enjoy when the weather's hospitable. I enjoy going outside and doing things out on the walk. And right now, today is 0 degrees Celsius, and if it's not too gusty windy, that's hospitable, and I will walk out in that, and I don't care. Because I enjoy getting out once in a while. Besides, if you didn't, Carmen would brain you. Yeah, alright, Noodles is coming up. Hold on a minute. Go ahead, Noodles.
Hey, Michelle, how are you?
I'm doing alright. How are you?
How's that pussy, Michelle?
What do you mean by that? If you mean the
Oh,
cat, he's doing fine, living large like usual, laying on my bed.
nice.
You talking about my nether regions? That's pretty quiet and calm too.
So, what do you think about possibly doing the derby? Can we still talk about that or no?
Um,
The
I
derby.
don't know anything about
Oh,
safety
what
issues
else?
in that. I don't know nothing about requirements of that. You know, because there are things that you need to know. You know, the safety systems. Because remember, demolition derby has safety issues that need to be dealt with. Because you're dealing with gasoline and internal combustion engines and, you know, high speed collisions. You know, you need to understand the health and safety parts of demolition derby. Otherwise, I say I'd be fine. You know, just want to make sure you be safe and smart. So Noodles asked the question, and then he'd take off like a Cheshire cat. Well, that's the answer. Jenna says, it's my sister's birthday in a couple of days. I'm currently at the post office to mail her card and a gift. Well, tell your sister happy birthday from me. In fact, maybe you might want to let your sister know about my channel. So, I got a message on my phone, my main number. Someone asked me, are you working today? I said, nice. I said, I don't know who you are, but yes, I am doing my morning show on YouTube at 10 a.m. and I gave my website address. So, maybe the link on this. I have no idea who they are, but they're one of the people that just dinged. And maybe they are. And speaking of dings, where's Comedy Flu? I haven't seen it. He was on last night on. Yeah, I know, but I didn't see him today. No, I didn't either. Yeah, that was a good show last night. But for some reason, the birthday show got a yellow dollar sign. I don't know if it's because of the title. It said "Happy Birthday" red. It certainly wasn't the language. I don't know why. So let me just say one thing for the future, even though it sounds stupid. No monetization until the streams are over and have been done for 24 hours. Because that way I can actually fill in the form, the survey form, and then YouTube will have to tell me exactly what the problem is.
Oh yeah!
But more than likely, I would say about 82% likely they'll just go ahead. Oh, I'll monetize you anyway. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, but it wasn't crazy in the way that YouTube would normally consider something limited, no ads.
Sorry about that, Michelle. I had some shit going on.
What are you talking about?
No, I had a split. I had to leave for a little bit. So have you thought about doing the demolition derby?
The demolition derby. I already answered the question when you Cheshire Cat me and you left. We have to find out what the health and safety requirements are.
Well, I think all you got to do is they're going to remove the windows, right? They got to build the cage for you inside,
Right, I know that.
and then I think we give you a helmet.
Yeah, and you also have a 5-point safety harness.
Yeah.
And just like a NASCAR, you use what they call a fuel cell. They don't usually use the gas tank on the car.
Yeah, so basically, whatever they make for you, it's going to be legit, and we're gonna put cameras inside the car for you, maybe cameras on the top, and we're just going to have you go nuts at the demolition derby.
Right. Well, I said I'm not against it, but we need to double check with all those little fine details. You know how these things are. Everybody seems to have a little bit of fine text that you have to read somewhere,
Yeah. What do you think about possibly going to the slaughterhouse and doing that thing?
No, I'm not into meatpacking industry. I'm not interested into seeing animals being killed for food.
All right, but how about being processed? Like,
no.
how does the chicken get processed? How do they,
I've seen some of that on the Discovery Channel. I'm really not interested in getting involved in processing of meat. It really does kind of gross me out. Honestly, I know I eat meat once in a while, but I'm not really into seeing it done. That'll be just as exciting as seeing all the dogs and cats killed at animal shelters. No, thank you.
Michelle, every single time you go to McDonald's, you're eating fucking double quarter pounders, fucking cheese.
I know. I realized there was a beautiful cow one time that, gave its life so that I could have.
You're feeding Rusty chicken giblets and parts and stuff like that.
No. I'm not really into that, but you know what I wouldn't mind doing is looking at how they make scientifically grown meat or sweet. I wouldn't mind seeing that because it doesn't involve blood and gore and killing innocent animals. You know, how do you make scientifically created meat or sweet? I don't know how they do that. Proprietary, they're not going to tell you that. Right. Can't see the screen, too sunny. Well, it's sunny here too. That's a good thing. Yeah.
Be my cherry pie. Cool drink of water, your pussy so fine. Suck my dick and let me come in your pussy. Sweet pussy pie, yeah.
I don't know. If you put your hot dog in my bun, it's a pretty small bun. That's true. It is a small bun. I guess it's a lot better than the opposite situation. Like the woman there from the Wendy's commercial goes, that's a big bun.
Michelle, what do you think about Justin Slingshot Warrior's new action-packed video game that's coming out? Slingshot Warrior versus the Gays. Activision.
What is that?
So it's a video game that's being developed right now by Brian Kay. All right. We saw some of it last night in the Discord, and it's basically Justin running around and liberating his town from all the transsexuals and homosexuals that are trying to ruin everything.
No. Okay. But there was something that I wanted to talk to you about, which Justin did mention, which I think is kind of sad, is that he said the problem with his shoulder, or said he thinks this is going to be the last time he's going to be able to do a slingshot competition because of his arthritis in his shoulder.
Well, that's a possibility. So we're all going to get together, and we're all going to try to help Justin get to this slingshot competition out in Alberton, Pennsylvania. I believe it's in June. And, we're going to be doing campouts. There's going to be slingshotting and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
Bradley Sharp is coming. Maybe John Camillo. Would you like to come as well, Michelle?
Yeah. I guess I'd like to come. This is for the slingshot competition.
Yeah, we could all root for Justin on the sidelines. Justin. Yep.
Are we gonna get a tour? Are we gonna hire a bus so that everybody can go down the bus together, and then you can just basically save everybody gasoline?
That's actually a good idea. Maybe we'll rent something in Maryland. Maybe you could rent a van and then drive out to Alberton in the van, and we're going to be camping out there for one night, Michelle.
Yeah.
So, I believe so. We're going to have to go camping.
Just rent one of those Ford E350 microbuses. You don't need a big bus.
But we need to get the money for it. So.
Simple. Everybody puts something towards the trip.
Yeah, but Michelle, again, we want the community to help out. We don't want to just pay for it ourselves.
Well,
I think Sherry Jackson's going to be there. Again, Sherry Jackson, John Camillo, Bradley Sharp, me, you. We're going to be Team Slingshot Warrior.
Yeah.
And possibly Lisa Lynn's going to be there, wasted, totally wasted, rooting for Justin.
I don't know who Lisa Lynn is, but this here said I would totally go. Okay.
Okay.
So
Well,
this
totally
is
be there. We're
June.
gonna,
So
we're gonna,
here's the
it's gonna be,
deal. Okay, listen, Noodle, since this is something that really could be a thing, let's find out how many people are interested in going. They have the understanding that we're going to provide the one microbus to go to the event. They have to park the cars at a commuter parking lot. Okay? And then they would ride the microbus, and each one of them would RSVP ahead of time so we know how much it is and how much the total fee is going to be per person. So let's say, for example, the microbus company says, okay, to rent the bus for the 2 days or whatever you need it for, let's just say it's $75 a day. Let's just say you got 10 people that said you want to go. That's $7.50 a person. Now, that's not bad. You think about it. If it comes down,
no, it's not. No, it's not. You're right. I'm thinking we get one of those yellow school buses. I can drive one of those. You know what I mean? Just rent a yellow school bus and we'll
right? It's
show
like a
up.
skill bus, yeah. It's an
We can all camp
E350.
out in the bus. We can do whatever. And I think that it'll be worth it. We can stop along the way. Gettysburg is on the way,
Right,
etc. What is that with this person in front of me?
right. So it could be an educational field trip as well.
Yes.
And I know some of you are going to probably say to me, this is totally stupid. But you probably are going to ask yourself, hey, Michelle, do you think you would be able to do Silver Moon Radio on the road?
Oh my God. No one wants Silver Moon Radio on the road.
The show can, actually. Yes, we can. We got the USB cable to plug our turntables into my power bank.
Why? How come every single time we go on the road, you want to bring your fucking turntables? Michelle, come on.
Because my music collection of MP3s is a little limited.
Did you play any of the songs that Bubbles requested last night?
Yeah. And don't forget that was partially possible because we're using our desktop, but cell phones, we'd have to bring the other cell phone. No big deal, no big deal, no big
Wait,
deal.
so how many songs did Bubbles request? How many songs did Bubbles request?
I don't know. Lots. And I lost count.
All right, well, how many did you play?
Some of them I can't remember. We just played like 3 hours worth from 7 to about 11 o'clock.
Okay, Michelle, the question is, how many of Bubbles' songs did you play? Like 3/4, maybe 1 or 2?
I would say we split. I would say it was a toss up between him doing a large merge in Infowars.com and Red threw in some. I didn't count the songs. I just kept playing the songs. The fact was, we were going for at least 3.5 hours last night. Between him and Gidgey and Infowars, and a couple misanthropic songs too. We were playing a lot of songs last night. Right. You gotta request.
Oh, I was sleeping? Okay. All right, good. So you did play Fuck You Up and Get High last night?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
All right, good.
Yes, exactly. And as I said, there's no reason we cannot do it. I know we can do it. I got a portable mixer that has hookup for one turntable and one microphone, and it is powered by USB. And my power bank will power one turntable, the phone, and the mixer. So and I don't know how long it would run for. Well, if it's 1 amp load, you're talking about possibly up to 20 hours. Okay, That's if it's a 1 amp load. But how long is it going to take you to charge it? Well, if this bus has a 12-volt cigarette cord, probably wouldn't even have to worry about charging at all. But we'll see.
All right, so Michelle, this is obviously all you want from this trip is to be able to play your Silver Moon bullshit. This is all about Justin, Michelle.
It's not just about that because we know Justin is going to want to be. Justin is going to want to be interviewed. Justin is going to want to be able to answer questions. Justin is going to want to talk to his audience. It's not just the music because remember, Silver Moon is only on Sundays. We still have the morning show to do.
Can I send a link to Justin? Maybe Justin can come up here.
Yeah, I can send him a link. He's on YouTube now, or he's on Discord. So let me just send it to Crips or whatever his name is. Yeah, I'll send it to him. Copy this link. Yeah, I'll send it to him. Just give me a second here. Yeah, because he's on my Discord now. Let's see. I gotta go back to general chat. He joined us.
Michelle, can we possibly blast Sweet Cherry Pie when Justin is competing? Like when he comes out to compete, we can blast the Sweet Cherry Pie.
Is that a song or something?
Yes. She's my cherry pie. Cool ba 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 da ba ba ba. Poo 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 ba da da ba ba.
Oh, man.
Justin's gonna win. Yeah.
Okay, I just sent it out to him. I'm gonna send him a friend request too, so I can.
Let me call this punk up. Hold on, Michelle. Let me call him up and tell him to come over here.
They got 22 people on here right now. That's not bad. Oh. Okay, so I send Justin the VOC link. Has Justin entered? Yes, he did. He took care of that. He's all stoked about this. He said he thinks this is his last time, but, you know, maybe he can speak to a specialist on arthritis in the shoulder and see if maybe there's a treatment program that might work for him that he can afford. Yeah. Her goggles only allow focusing for one thing at a time.
So I just spoke to Justin. Justin said that he's coming up, Michelle.
Okay. Okay, there he is right there. Hold on a minute. Let me get this cursor over there. Hey, okay. Emit one. Hey, Justin. Good morning to you.
Hello.
So.
All right, Justin, more enthusiasm, Justin, because we're trying to get you.
It's morning time. What do you expect from me?
All right. So Justin's obviously a winner, Michelle. We all plan on watching Justin succeed and destroy everyone at this slingshot competition out in Alverton, Pennsylvania. Yep. Now, Michelle, you got any questions for him about the money?
Okay, so what else is coming up? It's Red. Go ahead, Red.
She's my cherry pie. Cool drink of water. Pop, 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 pop. Justin, we're actually planning on having that as an intro for you when you come out to compete in Alverton.
That's awesome. Well,
you want to tell people about it, Justin? Maybe tell people about the Alverton trip and exactly what it's about and what you really need to see.
It's a slingshot tournament. It's basically people compete from all over the country and all over the world. There are people from the UK who come over to compete in this tournament that are good with slingshots. You know what I mean? There are
Really?
people that come from different parts of the world. You know, it's a major competition. You know, slingshot. It's a major slingshot community competition, and there's a lot of camaraderie, a lot of good stuff. Slingshot community is a pretty tight knit community where everybody supports each other, everybody likes, you know,
Did Michelle just like walk away?
I don't know. I was just doing my morning workout when you called.
All right. So bottom line is we need support. We need money.
Yeah.
How do people go there if they want to support you? Like if they want to spend the night on the campgrounds and actually,
Well, that won't cost you
give you money?
anything. If you get a lot, it won't cost you anything if you're competing. You know what I mean? You just gotta
Wait,
have
are
a
you
camp.
sure this doesn't cost anything? It's gotta
No, you
cost
just gotta
something.
get It might. I don't know. It's just like you get a lot and you just camp on it for the competition. And you're used to camping, and so am I, Dave. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So usually those lots cost money. That's what I'm trying to get at. I
Yeah,
don't
I get
know.
it. I get it.
I mean, I'd be more than willing to camp in the parking lot for free, but I don't know if that's what you want to do. Plus, Michelle's going to be there.
Michelle
So
is
it's
a
going to be.
slingshot tournament. I don't think this is her cup of tea, Dave. I really don't. You know what I mean?
Actually, I did say I probably would go. So,
Okay.
and
All right.
I suggested we rent a small little microbus that can bring a couple people down at one time, and then we can split the cost of the trip among multiple people.
Might be a good idea.
That way, if everybody can meet in, say, like a central area, like he said, Maryland, then we could all just get on the bus. Let's say, for example, the bus is $75 for a weekend. Let's use an example. Like I
Well,
told Dave, you
can
got
always
10
rent
people,
a-
that's $7.50 each.
You can always rent an RV. You know what I mean?
Now, I think the
All right,
microbus would
but
be
we don't
cheaper.
have. Okay, this is fine and dandy, but we don't have money for the RV. We don't have money for any of this crap.
Yeah,
How
I
are we
know.
getting
And
this stuff, guys? Come on.
the thing is it's going to be a guy trip. It's going to be camping out. I'm not sure if you're going to like that very much. It's going to be roughing it. You know what I mean?
Well,
Michelle is half guy. She's half guy,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Well, even Anthropic said she'd be interested in going, and she's not a guy.
Yeah, I know, but women hate camping. They really do.
Some
I'm
do.
not- most
Actually,
women
I
don't.
know some that don't mind camping at all.
Yeah.
now
Anyway.
will Anthropic allow us to have our
David,
way with her,
actually,
Justin, at least, to get the
morning,
attention?
Dave, come on, not that negativity. Anyway, let's talk about this tournament. Yes, I'm going to compete. Yes, I'm going to do my best to represent Maryland, represent my county in Maryland. You know what I mean? You know, to show that not all parts of Maryland or Baltimore. There are places that are backwoods. You know what I mean? And
we
rural.
could do that too.
You know what I mean? You know?
I was just saying to when Gaming Fairy said that she'd like to get a motel. I said, well, we could do that too, but
See, this is why it's a lot easier and a lot cheaper just to camp out, and that's where all the fun is at the camping grounds.
well,
and the Albertson.
maybe there's a way we can solve two problems with one. You guys go to your favorite roughing out spot, and the women choose a nice, cushy hotel room.
Right, and Justin, we could sneak back there at night, bang the shit out of Miss Anthropic.
I don't know, but anyway.
Right before the
All right. Anyway, let's just see what we can do. Dave, you got a one-track mind. I tell you that. Anyway,
That would kind of work for the guys too. Yeah, you could all sleep in the van while we sleep in the motel room.
I was just about to finish my morning workout routine because that's what I've been doing lately. Eating healthier, living healthier, and I've been loving it. You know what I mean? I feel a lot better about myself. I've been living in positivity. You know what I mean? in that positive mindset. You know what I mean? I keep negativity out of my brain, and I stay positive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Michelle? Positivity over negativity?
Well, I know that in my case, I've been trying to start the beginning process of getting in shape for the spring/summer/fall season. So,
Justin, what do you think? What do you think Michelle should do to get in shape for the spring/summer?
Change your diet and exercise, just like anyone else.
right. Well, we got Ash Wednesday starting on March 5th, so that's
No,
like the
it's
beginning of
in
Lent.
June. The competition is in June.
Yeah. So we got time to prepare for that.
Yeah.
But what is preparing? We need money.
You know, I know
Yes, we do.
that.
Justin, I told you, money.
Yes,
Yes.
we do.
Push it, Justin. Push it.
Look, I need donations from you, from the good people, to donate to my channel, and we're gonna basically get this trip off the ground.
Yes, that's
And we're
Justin
gonna
on
go there.
panel. Yep.
Yeah. Now, for those who don't know, the competition might be my last time I can compete. You know what I mean? So this might be my first and last time I can compete. So I hope not. I hope I can still compete in the next competition. Yeah, you know. But who knows? You know what I mean? That being said,
Is this shoulder injury going to hold you back from
no,
banging chicks?
no, Dave. No, it's not, Dave. I just don't. Here's the thing. I'm a Christian, Dave. I live more Christian. I've become closer to God lately, so.
I don't know if you know this, but Miss Anthropic belongs to one of the biggest Christian churches in the East Coast. She actually helps run it.
Oh, interesting. That being said, we're doing good. Donate to the channel, and I love the concept of the video game, except they didn't get me right a little bit. Yeah.
Well, that's Brian K's fault. Brian K was being lazy. But I did like the humongous lesbian Karens that were trying to attack you in the video game. I don't know why he didn't post that. He just posted the other one. But
Yeah. I think Brian has a good concept, but just needs to refine it a little bit. You know what I mean? He didn't do his research on me. You know what I mean? He didn't.
well, Brian's been a humongous fan of the Warrior for a very long time.
I know, but I can't. Flamethrowers are banned in Maryland. No, man. I can't. There's this electric flamethrower I want to order. Couldn't get it. They won't ship it to Maryland. You know what I mean?
Did you know?
Are you going to keep it in the house? So I don't think you should be keeping it in the house. Maybe you should lock it up outside.
Well, it's not big. It doesn't have like a backpack or nothing. It's more like a rifle. You know what I mean? It's electric.
A BB gun.
Is it
No,
plasma?
it's not.
Because it sounds more like something that would be more like a plasma flamethrower.
No, it's a flamethrower. It's a modern version of it. It takes fuel and everything, but it's electrical. Has an electrical motor in it.
Okay, electric.
And
Michelle, are you against flamethrowers? I know you're against guns, but are you against flamethrowers?
I'm not against guns, and I'm not against flamethrowers.
She can't see. That's the reason why she talks about swords and everything, because she can't see. She can't shoot. She can't, focus on
let's put it this way. I can't hit a target very well. I'm not against guns, and I'm not against weapons of defense. I never was.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't know why people think I'm against guns. I'm not. I don't like guns. I don't want to have one in my home because of risks associated with having guns. Okay? But that doesn't
Justin,
mean...
are you against demolition derbies, Justin, Slingshot Warrior?
Not at all. Teach his own, I guess. I'm not. I've never been to one. I've seen some cool stuff from there. It's
All right.
very
Well,
much something you bring your kids to. I mean, something like you got a family. If you got boys, they love that. You know what I mean?
so since Michelle is coming out to Alberton to support you, you want to
Yeah.
explain that? Will you come out to the county fair where Michelle will be participating in the demolition derby?
Guess I could. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Sounds fair to
There you
me.
go, Michelle.
Doesn't sound very excited.
I guess I could. I could. I mean, I'm just thinking about it. I mean, you have to say how I react to things. I'm like processing it.
So
You know
what
what I
you
mean?
thinking about what are you thinking about?
Well, like, can I get there? What's the scheduling? You know what I mean?
Well,
What
we'll
else?
get you out there, Michelle. I mean, Justin. We'll get you out there. But I mean, no offense, but like, what do you really got going on? You're not working right now, sure,
Yeah,
correct?
you're right about it. I was just thinking about how, well, I would go. So Demolition Derby's awesome. I guess. Yeah.
Would you want to be
That's
part of the
very
demolition derby?
You think you'd be more excited for it?
Nah. I don't want to be inside a Demolition Derby car. I'm fine with that.
What
I'd
if
Well,
it
rather
yeah,
just
was
you might
watch.
want
me?
to
What if
fuck
it
up the
was
shoulder
me and
more.
my car versus your car in the demolition derby?
Like I said, I don't. It's not my thing, but I'll watch it. It's fun to watch. You know what I mean?
Would you go in the car with her?
No, I mean to compete
No,
against me in the car demolition derby, just
no,
for the heck of it.
I have tendonitis. What do you think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to aggravate my tendonitis. Come on
I
now.
got a feeling the car's gonna be full enough with me, Lumi, and Carmen packed in there right now. Try to pack. Yeah.
It started to sound like Dave 25 with this broken shoulder thing. Can't lift your arm up, all of that.
I can lift my arm up. I can do all that. I just don't want to flare it up. But but there's another reason I don't. I just don't want to get in the car, get smashed around. I just don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I like to watch it. It's not something I want to be in. I'm sorry.
Can we
You know what I mean?
possibly get you shooting machine guns this year or no because of the tendonitis?
I can shoot machine guns. I'm not no problem with that. I love that. I love to do that. Since being restricted, it'd be a nice thing to do.
So he's willing to blow his shoulder apart with guns, but not do that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's
He
really
doesn't want to get fired, Michelle.
No, I watch it. I'm just not going to get in the car because I'm not going to get tossed around. I mean,
Well, that's just it. Originally, when I suggested something different, and it was Noodle said, well, we'll just do demolition derby because that might be easier for you because you don't have to worry about insurance and all that. I don't think that's necessarily totally true. I think there is some requirements that he didn't think about.
yeah.
Justin, what about getting you to a slaughterhouse? Could we have you at a slaughterhouse and maybe you can talk about the process of slaughtering animals? Would you do that?
I could do that. Maybe do an interview with some people who work at the slaughterhouse. Yeah.
I think it would gross me out to no end. So,
Justin doesn't have any problems killing animals, right, Justin?
No. It's nature's way.
yeah, I know.
Michelle, why are you so against nature and its ways, Michelle? Why are you so
I'm
against
not
nature's
against
way?
nature. It's does it realize that those are one-time cute little animals? You know, maybe a deer, a cow, a horse, sheep, goat, whatever. That they were.
I remember when I was a kid. I'll tell you this. I remember when I was a kid. That made me realize how brutal nature is, and that we cannot, and we're a part of that food chain. Is this okay? It's basically when I witnessed when I was a kid. Basically, a cat. My relative's cat kill a little bunny rabbit. You know what I mean? And I just realized.
Well,
What?
Noodles had experience with his dogs killing a little
That is
bunnies.
the worst goddamn story you can bring to this fucking table. A bunny a bunny rabbit getting murdered by a cat. I thought you were going to say like some kid got some fucking kid or something better than that. No, come on, man.
No, I said I'm just telling. I saw witnesses as a kid, and I realized something. It was sad, but that's just nature's way, and You know, that's the food chain. You know what I mean?
It's not even sad.
Did you
That's not
cry?
sad at all.
Did you cry?
No, we were
Well,
upset
no,
about
how
it,
you
yes, as
doing?
kids, because it was a cute little bunny. You know what I mean? But, you know, when I realized it's just the cat being the cat, it's in the cat's nature to basically want to prey on cute little bunny rabbits. You know what I mean?
And that's
To
why
make
we
them
have
food.
slingshots today to use them on those fucking cats.
Just as likely when you talk about hogs, for example,
Always hide it.
hogs are not pretty. Hogs are mean, especially if they go feral. Good God.
Okay.
Kill all the hogs
Yeah,
you
hogs
want.
are as bad as cats.
Yeah, they root up
Wait,
everything.
kill.
Especially when if they keep their tusks.
Wild hogs cause like the most deaths when it comes to wild animals.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, Jenna, what's up?
Injuries.
I'm good. Hi, Justin. Hi, Marie. Hi,
Hello.
CPT.
So Jenna, what do you think about this? Are you pumped for Justin?
No,
or
I really like
excited
it.
for
I'm
this?
excited to see all this.
Yeah.
And I will say this, if you can convince Lisa Linden to come along, then you're going to get Not Lay Jenna as a bonus, because I'll jump on a plane for that.
Wow. Well, Justin is trying to get some money right now, get it all going, and hopefully we can do this ASAP. And anyone,
Thanks.
Justin, anyone can come, right? Anyone.
Well, I wanted to know about a little bit about Justin's
No,
injuries.
I would say we have to talk about that in private, Dave. Who's going to come? Because we can't have it like one big bandwagon. Because
Justin,
it's not
but
like
you can't
something
stop your fans from showing up to spectate.
they can show up, but here's the thing: it's not going to be a lot of space. I mean, it's going to be a lot of people showing up on that competition.
Well,
we can't
but
just go.
they can make their own plans to get there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
By the way, Justin, what do you think of my Discord since you've been in there for a couple days and you've been
It's
under
okay.
Good question.
I'm not a big fan of Discord, to be honest with you. I mean, it's like
I know a lot of people are not.
Too many dick pics, huh? I get it.
No, it's hard to. It's not user friendly. You know what I mean?
I got you. It's easier on a PC or a laptop than it is on a phone.
It is a lot easier on a PC. That's why you should.
Yeah.
That's why you use it.
That's just how I can't. I just recently beginning to figure it out. I just wasn't. I guess I wasn't smart enough to use it. I mean,
no, there's a learning curve. It takes a minute to figure it out.
Yeah. Anyway,
how's the shoulder? I want to know about the shoulder injury because I was thinking of putting some money on you. You good?
It's healed. Here's the thing.
Competition
It's healed.
ready?
Here's the thing. I have a type of arthritis in the shoulder. The tendonitis will heal it, but I have an arthritis in the shoulder, and it doesn't. It's like flare-ups are far in between.
Okay,
but there's going to be flare-ups. You know what I mean?
Expect flare-ups. Okay.
Yeah, and that's
Are you prepping? Are you prepping for before the tournament so it doesn't flare up? Is there anything that you can do?
You can't stop a flare-up. That's the thing. You can't.
Sure, but are you doing any like warm-ups and stretching and stuff like that, keeping yourself
something
limber?
like that? Yeah, but you can't stop a flare-up. I'm actually got. There's certain kind of pills that I have to take to when a flare-up happens. It's gonna the inflammation's gonna go down. You know what I mean?
I got you. Now I've done a little bit of slingshotting myself. I'm very far from a professional. I'm not trying to brag or boast. What technique do you use?
I use a technique that's called in the slingshot world gangsta style, where I hold it from the side and I pull it back in a half butterfly. You know what I mean?
Okay, gangsta half butterfly. I could dig it.
It's like I prefer flat bands over tubes. Most shooters do.
Okay, yeah, you just get that little bit more tension per draw length, right?
More speed. You get more speed. You know what I mean? And you can pull it back like you would draw a bow. It's
Absolutely.
like you can.
Now, how do you feel about sling bows? Have you heard of those? Combination of a sling and a bow.
Seen those? I like them.
Yeah, they're pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I've seen quite a few of them from Simple Shot.
Yeah.
Is that a sponsor?
No, it's it's sponsoring the event. One of the sponsors of the event. Yes, they have a website. You can buy an effective competitions, really good slingshot for like a cheap price. I mean,
would you consider wearing the logo if someone decided to sponsor you?
Well,
I'm wondering who
girl,
we
as
could
far
get to
as
sponsor
shopping
you now, because
goes,
that would.
maybe you should, especially during your issue with your heels right now, maybe you should see about if there's any delivery service that can pick up groceries for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the idea there was to keep the weight off it, right?
Yeah.
So no jerking off either.
Very funny. But the point is,
I'm glad
you know,
laughed.
and this is, I'm going to be honest with you. Now, I'm going to be honest with you about this one. Okay. Some of you boisters are nice people, and I get it. But I think I'm working with Dave to make money for the slingshot competition.
Sure.
But beyond that, I think that I'm gonna part my ways after that. You know what I mean?
I have to ask, Justin, why are you always trying to walk away from things? Like, I'm curious. Like, I'm not saying that as an attack.
Well, I'm not
You're
walking
always
away.
talking about distancing yourself.
Well, here's the thing. I'm just saying, okay? I'm trying to help people understand. The Boyd as a community is not for me. I mean, it's not.
Justin, you're going to create your own community.
Yeah. This is
and some people come in from the Boyd, Justin. Like, you know, again, we're
I accept them if they're good people. I accept them if they're okay. Wait. I accept them if they're good people. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying I'm on a more positive path in my life. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? And
Justin, I'm going to cut you off for 2 seconds. All right. Where do you think Sherry comes from? Out of curiosity.
I know where she comes from, Dave.
What do you think?
I'm not saying all boys. Okay, I'm not saying all boisters are bad. I'm not saying that. I am not saying that at all, Dave. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that it's not exactly for me. I prefer the slingshot, the archery and slingshot community. Okay, I just prefer them. You know
that would be a better way to phrase that, I think.
Yeah, all right. Get a ride from them. Get a ride from them, and then get the money from them.
Dave,
and when you say,
no. Justin, we went through this already. All right, I spent a lot of time and a lot of money with you. So did Sherry. All right.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you something right now, dude.
Okay, Dave,
all those people that came out there for all those great people that were supporting you during the anti-vax rally. All right. How many people? How many fucking people?
All right, Dave.
Here.
I know you're upset with me. Look, man. I'm not being mean. Okay. I'm not being mean. Okay. I want to do this thing. I want to make money with you, Dave. I really do. I appreciate everything you've done.
Hustle City, I'm right here, and I'm going to actually hosting this content right now because this is something that's going to be a community project to get together for going on a trip to support Slingshot Warrior at his slingshot competition in Pennsylvania.
Nice.
As far as community, guys, we have a community. No, it's not Boyd. It's called the North American Snow Queen community. We have our own.
I like this community.
Yes,
I like this community, and I will support.
Just with respect, sorry, buddy, I had my hand raised. I'd like to say something just for 2 minutes, very quickly. Hang on. So your hand will be lowered. Okay. Sorry, I was just reading what was on the screen. Yeah, Justin, just to explain, I'm not mad at you. I don't know you like that, but I like you. When you use words like parting ways, you understand that sounds very dramatic and gives people the wrong idea, right?
And sometimes I can basically be misunderstood in what I'm saying.
So I'm just trying to explain to you why that happens. Little words like that. When you say parting of ways, it sounds very dramatic. It sounds like you're turning your back on people and you don't want to talk to them anymore. Do you understand? That's
that's
the
not
connotation.
At all.
I know that's not what you meant.
What I'm saying.
No, look, I know that's not what you meant, but you do understand that's how that comes across, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's the autism. I don't
that's
always
fine.
have a way of
I'm trying to explain it to you so you understand why people get upset. You understand? I'm not trying to have a go at you or say you did anything bad or wrong. I'm just explaining this is why you have these misunderstandings with people because you use big words like, I'm drawing a line in the sand, It sounds very dramatic, and then people react to that.
Yeah, maybe I don't understand. Sometimes I don't understand, pick up on social cues, and maybe I use big words, and I don't mean to. Dave, I didn't mean it like I said it. It came out.
No,
Not
I know, but I know where this talk leads to. I've been down this road with you before. Don't,
Okay.
dude. This is my first rodeo with you.
Okay. Well, Dave,
Justin, listen. I know you're not a great businessman. I know you're not whatever. I know you're not really good at this, but you have something that everyone likes, Justin, or most people like. Get them involved with it. Allow them to be part of it, and these people will support you. Trust me. I've seen it with Michelle.
Right.
I mean, there will be people out there that are going to be against you.
Justin likes to be in control. I think this is where this stems from. Justin likes to be in control. So when he hears a bunch of ideas like, oh, so-and-so is going to come along and such, he starts to panic. Am I right, Justin? You start to think,
Not exactly.
Now this isn't my idea anymore.
Yeah, but when Han Solo 556 is reaching out to Justin, telling Justin that Noodles is going to get you in trouble with the FBI because you're trying to pass Fugazi perfumes and colognes. I mean, it's kind of like Justin. Come on,
that's just silly talk.
I get you. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. Let's just get to this trip. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. I hope we're gonna have a good time.
There you go.
We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna make some money, and that's the best thing we can do. You know what I mean?
Well, we're gonna. All right. How about this? We're gonna take contributions to get you out there, along with Michelle and whoever else wants to go. We're gonna live stream it. We're gonna live stream the event, and everyone is gonna support you. How about that?
Okay.
Everyone wants
for people to be happy to contribute, and they will be, because I know this community and people are very generous. They're gonna want to know what exactly they're contributing for. So you guys need to get a.
They're contributing to the trip that takes me to the East Coast.
Yeah, but they're gonna want to know the details. Is what I'm saying, Justin.
Oh, it's in Alberton, PA. It's June. It's in June. That's close to July. It's like near the end of June.
So
I forget the
how
number.
many people are they paying for? How many days are you going to be traveling?
It's going to be over a weekend. It's going to be I think it's a 2-day event. It is it's going to be a lot of slingshot shooters going to be coming from all over the country and all over the world.
You got to watch out for those North Koreans. Hi, Tiger Kitty. How you doing?
Morning, Tiger Kitty.
Hi, I just been dentist, so.
All right.
I just had to run to the post office before they shut. Yay.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. We're doing.
It sounds like people would donate for that.
Yeah, and God bless you. If you're in the Boyd, you're a good person. God bless you. You know what I mean? It's just. I'm okay, and I'm happy.
Maybe don't worry so much about these terms like Boyd.
Why does he need donations? Can I ask?
To cover some of the travel costs, like the accommodation.
I wasn't here. Where are you going?
Yeah, so Tiger, there's a slingshot tournament in Alberton, Pennsylvania. All right, just to get him out there. So I got to drive down to Maryland, pick him up, and then drive him 6 hours out to Alberton. All right.
Wow.
Once we get to Alberton, there will be a campground that we're going to be going to and staying there overnight. And then the very next day he will be competing, and then we were driving back home.
Exactly.
Wow.
So a pretty short trip, all in all.
How good are you at this? Is this slingshotting?
I've been shooting a slingshot since I was 5 years old.
Any chance you
since he was knee-high to an antelope?
Any chance I could see a demonstration of your skills?
There are plenty of videos of me shooting. There are plenty of videos of me on this.
It's a long haul.
Look, I'll go look. You've got a target and you're
Tiger Kitty. That's a bit like asking a professional singer to just sing a song on the spot for you. It's a bit. I'm not trying to be rude, but that's not the.
I didn't mean now. When he gets, I didn't know he had videos of. Mm-hmm.
It's like asking Gordon Ramsay to whip you up a 3-course meal.
So you can hit the bullseye. Is that how you You do it with a slingshot? Is it a bullseye?
I've actually, with my practice, I was hitting this this plastic small plastic red cap at a distance. So at 20 feet, I was hitting this small plastic cap.
That's smaller than a bullseye. Yeah.
How big is the marble or whatever it is you use?
Well, for practice, I use marbles. I use like regular toy marbles you get at the dollar store or the pound shop is in UK. You know.
Oh, Justin, keeping up to date with the Europeans. Good, good.
Well, I have a lot of British friends, and we talk about the different things that we different types of names for the same things.
A man of culture. I like it.
Like we call, for example, like a thrift store. We call our stores that sell used stuff thrift stores. You call them. I forget what you call them.
Charity shop.
They call
charity shops. Yeah.
They call them thrifts.
We should have different names for things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
England and America.
Tomato.
Two countries separated by the same language.
Yeah.
You say fanny for bottom. We say fanny for the front bottom.
For the hoo-ha.
Oh, by the way, did you see my videos that I just posted?
I thought you were about to say, did you see my hoo-ha?
The retarded
Hi, how are you doing?
Brains, faggots, and brain stuffing in the brown sauce. Very delicious.
There's a company here that sells a product called cock soup.
Really?
Yeah.
Chicken.
I'm assuming that it's spelled an X.
No, it's cock. It's like the cock, like a male chicken.
Oh.
Well, the slingshot
I think it's like I think it's like from Spain or France or something. But yeah, it's there right on the label. Cock soup.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah. Ever slurp down some cock soup noodles?
Oh God, I've got to get some for Michelle. Review it.
Justin, why don't you show Jeno and Tiger your slingshot that you'll be using?
Oh yeah,
at the tournament. The balls, everything.
I'll be honest, I have never ever used a slingshot. It's not something we did in England. We did make bow and arrows with wood.
That's where you're wrong. UK has a long slingshot history. You just call them a different thing. You call them catapults.
Oh, okay, the catapult.
Yeah, like a Dennis the Menace style.
Oh, right. Okay.
How you doing, Rambo?
But we call them slingshots too. We call them both.
Yes, hi, Nats. How you doing? Before I forget,
you'd actually have a lot of fun. It's super easy. You could do it sitting down.
I spend a lot of time sitting in the garage because I'm smoking my weed.
Have you got any rats you could plink at?
No.
I got an
rats I can slingshot.
Oh, look, he's got his pouch ready to go. Nice. I'm a fan of organized gear.
I can't. This particular slingshot can't be used in tournaments because it's against the rules.
Oh.
It's a wrist-based slingshot.
Oh, I have one of those. Wrist rocket.
Yeah, this one I got.
Be careful with your shoulder. Be careful with your shoulder, Justin. Be careful, Justin.
This is just demonstration purposes.
This is the wrist rocket. Let me put my glasses on. Oh, my glasses are downstairs. I was working out.
I actually have one of those myself, but I need to replace the bands. Hey, Brad.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get these for cheap on eBay. But they're effective. This is one was given to me. I'll probably use for the I'm going to use for the competition. I've been practicing with it. It's comes from the replacement band. It's the Scout X. It was given to me by Canada.
Now, that looks like there's a German guy called Jörg Sprach who.
Oh, I love that guy.
That looks like one of his designs.
Welcome to the Slingshot channel.
Well, this is actually from an American company called Simple Shot. Nathan Masters. He has a YouTube channel. He actually worked with Jorg Spray a few times. Nathan Masters, but this is one of Nathan Masters' design. You know what I mean? There's a lot of there's more than Jorg Spray than
I know. He just has some weird creative designs. I watch a lot of this stuff, Justin, to be honest with you. I'm a bit of a fan. I didn't want to say.
Oh, I love him too. He's awesome. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's that crazy uncle everybody wants.
That's the one. Yeah, the crazy German uncle that you're not embarrassed to have.
Yeah. Okay. So this is
I think these shows being a little more interesting than the normal shows. In the sense, at least now we got some people talking.
Take off these bands, as you can see. I can take off the Allen key. Take off the bands.
Justin, how much would that set somebody back to buy
in
one?
American money? Just $20.
Yeah, it's not an expensive hobby.
I'm going to get one.
If you go on Amazon, you can buy a complete set with a target and with all the things you need. For about $30.
Oh yeah, and there's British slingshot makers out there like Romany Custom Catapults.
Absolutely.
Oh, I wish I could get a stray cat so Rusty could have a friend to play with, because I know Rusty would like to have a partner.
Okay. Yeah, and slingshots are like knives. They can come in different colors and patterns and artistic styles.
You could get a pink one.
I want a pink one.
You can get one.
You could get a tiger stripe one. How about that?
Yeah.
You can get that too. You can have them in different patterns, different styles, anything you want. If you look on the internet, there is different slingshots that are professional slingshots that some have pearl handle scales and brass colored frame
and really expensive woods with different wood grains and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. So these
I'll just start off with a simple kit.
Yeah, just get a cheap and cheerful kit. You can get a whole kit with the target and a little box that collects your pellets and a target that flips around for about 30 quid, 40 quid.
Yeah.
So Justin, are those things capable of taking a human out?
Ooh, that's an interesting.
It depends on what you're dealing with. Some slingshots can. Depends on the bands and the ammunition. I mean, George Spray did an experiment.
And the distance and whatever. But the short answer is yes, they very much can.
They could, depending on the band and depending on the frame and depending on the heaviness of the ammunition, like a lead ball or like maybe a steel ball bearing.
Now, your typical slingshot that is non-lethal will cause a hefty injury anyway. It'll leave a big welt.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Take out an eye. You could kill a squirrel or a bird really easily.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Kill it out of
also, no, I mean for hunting, survival purposes, not just to be a dick.
I will say this with the marble, with a simple glass toy marble like this, I was able to basically take the wind out of some an aggressor's and intruder's sails.
Explosive marble.
Shooting the Adam's apple.
You shot him in the Adam's apple with that.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to breathe or want to fight after someone does that to you. I'll tell you that.
Justin, where is the best place to aim your slingshot at? What's to take someone at eyeball?
Are you trying to stop them or are you trying to stop them?
You're trying to get them to lie on the floor screaming, so you've got time to get
side
away.
of the head.
Yeah, you make a woozy doozy. You shoot him in the head. That's it.
In the temple, on the forehead.
Yeah, it's kind of like a less than lethal. You know, you make them woozy doozy. I mean, actually, slingshots get similar numbers to the less than lethal launchers I get. I have,
and it hurts a lot. Someone won't want to attack you after you do that one.
Yeah. Now there are you can actually shoot darts from a slingshot, like little steel darts that are barbed. And basically, you have instead of a string in the middle of the slingshot, instead of a pouch, you have a string in the middle of the slingshot.
Or a hole.
And you have these fletched darts that have these that are like barbed. You know what I mean? And it basically hook it on the string, and it flings it forward. You know what I mean? And the darts are as long as a pencil, or they can be a little bit longer. You can make them, or you can buy them these days, and they can be quite lethal.
Wow.
Yeah. And they do wobble a bit, but they're pretty accurate. They'll go where you're aiming them.
Well, David goes for the nuts, he says, David. I guess that would knock you down for a bit.
Yeah, again, the problem with that is, it's easy, to miss. There's a lot of fabric around there. You don't know exactly. Even if you hit the inner thigh, that's going to hurt them, right? But,
yeah, you really don't know where another man's meat's going to be placed or balls. It's all different.
Sometimes the penis gets in the way. Sometimes there's no penile protection.
Enough with discussing talk. Let's talk about slingshots are good hunting tool. You can hunt.
Absolutely.
A lot of UK people kill rabbits with slingshots. They
I don't live in the UK though, Justin. I live in America.
No, but I know people.
I didn't know that you lived in America, though, Tiger Kitty. Yeah.
Yes.
But
I seen your video, but I just thought you lived somewhere nice in the UK.
No, I know people who live in the UK. I know.
So I used to go air rifle hunting with. It's basically a glorified BB gun, but we did a lot of rabbit hunting back in the day. So farmers get their land destroyed by rabbits, and they have a massive overpopulation boom, and they invite people in to come and just hunt. And we ate everything we killed. By the way, we didn't. We weren't killing them to kill them.
So do we. But the point is here is that so there is I thought I know a lot of slingshot shooters from the UK. I know a lot of air gunners from I found out that our air guns are allowed to have more power than yours. I mean,
depends. We can pretty much get most things here when it comes to air powered.
Yeah, unless you have a firearms license. You know what I mean? You can't get the power.
So it's different categories. We have a thing here which is very common. It's like target shooting groups. They call themselves paper punchers, but basically shooting at targets. And if you have a legitimate reason for owning one, you can pretty much own any level of air-powered rifle here in the UK. You just have to have a legitimate reason for owning it.
You have to have a license, from what I've been told. I mean,
what do you feel about England bailing out Ukraine?
I want to know where the fucking money's coming from.
Yeah, isn't the national health in a massive crisis?
Everything's in crisis.
And they're giving them help.
Let me explain. Biden was a disaster for this country. Okay, but he wasn't really in charge. He was giving out money like it was nothing. You know what I mean? And he was just a puppet who was doing that shit. And it was causing and in my country particularly, our infrastructure is falling apart. We still have old phone, we don't have modern infrastructure. Our infrastructure is pretty weak. We have like old power lines that your country doesn't have anymore.
Most of Europe was built before the 70s and is falling apart, just so you know. It's pretty much the same here is what I'm saying.
But I see other countries that have modern infrastructure. We don't. Our infrastructure is crumbling, our roads, everything. And it's all for basically we're giving money out to other countries.
I will be honest, when I came to America, I was very surprised at how bad the quality of the roads are. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I'm trying to say is that Europe and the European leaders still want money for NATO and everything like that when basically we have problems here at home. I mean, we have real problems here at home that need to be solved. And that's why we voted for Trump again. I mean, because he solved those problems. Americans were suffering under Biden.
You know what, General, I like about one of the things I like about the UK is I like your electrical circuits. I like your outlets there.
Yes, well done, Marie, for knowing about that.
Do you know what she's done?
Michelle, sorry.
She actually brought UK plugs and installed them in her apartment.
They're the most safe plugs in the world. They have the most built-in safety features of any other design.
I like the fact that they have a fuse in them, and the fact is that the outlets have safety shutters, and the modern BS1368 plugs have mostly insulated prongs, except the very end, which is the business end.
Yep, and they're even shaped so that your fingers don't accidentally touch the prongs. Have you noticed that?
Absolutely, and the fact is, for people with arthritis, it's very easy to unplug and plug them in, and the wall outlets, most of them have a switch, which is going on, man. Let me see if we can be straight. Hold on, man. Come in, Jimmy. Give me a minute.
Oh, fuck, Jimmy's here.
Give me a minute.
Oh, we lost the noodles.
Well, not this profligate.
I'm going to do another live stream. I'm going to do a lot of this. I can't wait to go to the tournament. I mean, this summer it's going to be great up in Alberton.
How often are you practicing before the tournament? What's your normal practice?
Well, it depends if the weather is good. But I'm practicing as much as I can get. As much practice time as I can get.
Okay, that's good. That's always good.
Slingshot, you got this in the bag, bud.
Yeah, I believe in you, buddy.
Thank you.
You're the man for it.
Thank you. I've changed my life. I've actually gone on a new path. I've lost weight again. I've gone back into working out, and I've had some, yeah. And
Amen, brother.
life is cool. And I'm gonna say this in a lot. When you're walking the path of life, you're gonna get you're gonna get the logs that get in your way. You know what I mean? There's always going to be logs in your way. You can either do three things.
Yeah, I dropped a few logs earlier.
But you can do three things. Either you can move the log, or you can get around it, or you can get over it. And that's how you deal with life. It's a metaphor for life. You know what I mean?
So dealing with logs is dealing with life.
Roll them logs.
So life gives you logs. For example, I didn't think I was going to get to the
Well, life gives you logs. Make log-a-lade.
I thought it was like
make log-a-lade.
Make canoes.
What kind of logs?
Exactly. But
yeah, there you
go. Yeah, but the point is that I thought I was going to be pretty bad when I found I had tendonitis. That was a log, but I didn't complain about it. I just got through it. You know what I mean? And I healed up, and I'm ready to go.
That's how I feel about my sinusitis.
That's a boulder, to be honest. That's a big boulder. That boulder doesn't move. That boulder just gets heavier.
It's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
Yeah, you got to know the difference from logs and boulders there, buddy.
What if it was a petrified log?
Ah, Brad.
Yeah, there you go. Touche. There.
Well, we got a lot of good things going. God bless you. I'm gonna go out. I got some things I got to do, some errands I got to run.
Peace be with you, brother. Hey, Noodles.
SSW and MMD Demolition Derby.
Did he just leave because somebody told him he didn't know the difference between a boulder and a log?
No. I think he went to fire up his own battery.
Oh, okay. Well, sometimes he gets butt hurt like that, so I'm just curious,
All right, so this is what we're trying to. Do you see how difficult this is, man? He doesn't know. He doesn't know how much it's going to cost. He doesn't know anything about the campgrounds. Like I got to do all this shit for him.
This is why he needs someone like you, though, Noodles. To be fair, that's the job you're doing, is the logistics, right? And now,
yeah,
I know everyone kind of expects you to be the financier, and I'm not saying that, but you should be the logistics guy because you're good at that.
Noodles, you're going to get run down from YouTube. It's going to be your death just from stress alone, other people's stress.
Yeah, it's stressful, but it also weirdly recharges your batteries too at times.
Yeah, so anyway, back to what I was saying is one of the things, like I said, also I like about the UK is the fact, the way that, you guys drive on the left side of the road, and I'm driving a tractor-trailer truck in the UK with the right-hand drive, and it's kind of fun. It seems like
but their roads are insane.
The problem with our roads are they're way too narrow because they were built in the Roman days, and every time they rebuilt a road on top of it, they built it on the same footprint as the road before. So we have these tiny little cart and horse type roads, which are narrower.
Be a really good fucking driver. The fucking
car parks and roundabouts.
Car parks and roundabouts. Pit pit cheerio.
I like the roundabouts. I got
the roundabout is a good invention,
too,
and America is starting to adopt it.
I seem to do better with the UK ones for some reason.
I approve of the roundabout. That's the one good thing.
Hello, Ducky. I'm in the roundabout.
The only thing in America that I don't approve of is where they locate these roundabouts, and it's like, It's like I understand like having a roundabout in a major population, but having one in like a less populated area, it kind of makes no sense.
Okay, so you guys have good four-way junctions, right? Where you have.
Well,
like
sometimes it's like a 5. So
yeah, that's what I was going to say.
6.
When it's a 5 plus, that's when you need the roundabout. When you just have a nice four-way junction in, you know, like Main Street crosses intersects with whatever other street it is in the middle of the town, yeah, you're great. You don't need a roundabout there. But
yeah, they're going to put them like at the free, or I think now they're going to start putting them into freeway entrances and exits.
I think Bridge Street could easily have a roundabout, but then
instead of having a stop sign, they're just going to have, you know, a roundabout there. So
a yield.
yeah, a big problem of American traffic is the exits off the freeways here.
yeah.
Everybody has to stop.
The luxury is, though, again, unless you've lived in Europe and then you've spent some time in America, you guys don't know how luxurious your roads are. Even with the potholes and the bad repair, just having that much space around you while you drive is awesome. I would be a lot less.
The freeways are really clear when it comes to potholes and stuff, but over here it's our side roads that have the major issues, and it goes on for years, and it doesn't get fixed for years.
Because that's a local.
Doesn't matter if
that's a local
doesn't matter if you're
problem, right?
Part of the neighborhood or if you're in the ghetto. It's just the way it is here.
Yeah.
It's like Route 40 in Frederick. 1 minute you're in the country, and the next you're in Little Sinaloa.
So anyway, so the fact is that I think it was really good plan for Justin. I mean, we covered that this morning. That was a major topic. But is there anything about the USA that you like, Jenno? Is there anything that Tiger Kitty, you too? Is there anything about the United States you like?
The openness, like the wide open spaceness of it. The lifestyle. See, it's small things. We have pretty much everything you guys have there, right? Now with online and ordering stuff online, we can get whatever you guys can get.
Right.
But yeah, it's just the lifestyle, and it's like someone took Europe on a rubber mat and just stretched it out and made it bigger, right? That's how it feels. It just feels like everything's bigger and more open and more spacious. I like that.
Well,
come to my state, you'll have everything here, like everything in the world. That's the crazy part.
What state are you in?
And part of the
Washington
problem
State. I mean, you'll have every restaurant fucking possible. Like, I mean, it's not even like a joke.
Mini Canada.
Also, your wilderness is actually wild. Our wilderness is very tame. It's like someone's backyard, right?
Yeah, the wilderness is actually coming into the
I like
right?
camping and nature and stuff like that. I'd like to actually be out in the proper wilds instead of like an urbane forest somewhere that's very well kept. You know what I mean?
Yeah, out here, you're really
the most dangerous animal is a badger. Yeah.
Oh, you know, we don't get many badgers here. It's kind of like a endangered species.
So the North American badger is a lot more fierce than the European badger as well. Like you guys have that weird honey badger that's like a psychopath. Yeah. Ours just hiss and growl at you and then run away.
You barely see them in the wild too. They're really hard.
Oh, they make a lot of noise. If you're camping here in the wild, you'll hear them. You won't necessarily see them, but you'll hear them from miles away.
Yeah, they make the craziest. They're like they make as crazy noises as possums do. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's like human sex sounds sometimes, or human screaming sometimes, and you think someone's being murdered in the woods, and then you realize, oh, no, it's just a badger.
Oh, so that's probably what those videos are that I see in England. And they're thinking,
yeah, and foxes make a weird yelpy, screamy type sound too, which can be, if you don't know what it is, can be kind of freaky.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what happened to our foxes. There used to be a lot. They used to roam down through the cities here. Now you don't ever see a single one. You see more coyotes than you see anything else.
Saw a fox by a telephone pole in PA Friday.
Actually, maybe the coyotes took them all out. I don't know.
Do you know coyotes are more prevalent now because people don't let their dogs run wild in the neighborhood like they used to back in the day?
Yeah, that makes sense because the kids are getting attacked by them here now. So,
like, their population has boomed since people started keeping their pets indoors and being more protective with their pets. The coyote population has boomed.
Sick cane corsos on them.
Well, dogs used to roam around the neighborhood at night in packs. Remember that?
It's like wild dogs, yeah.
No, even like family pets and stuff. They just all go and like congregate somewhere. That still happens in some towns, by the way.
Yeah, I guess it depends where you're at.
Our wolf population's coming back, I heard, which is kind of great. It's been down for like a long time.
They're intentionally like reintroducing wolves back into places here in the UK, and I think that's awesome. Especially in Scotland, they're doing that. Yeah,
that's pretty sick.
Because we have a wild deer population, and they're the natural predator. So if you don't have a natural predator, the deer get out of control, and then people get sensitive about human beings culling deer and stuff like that. Then you get all the animal protesters out, like, no, don't kill the deer. So,
well, then the diseases of deer run rampant too. So.
Yeah, and the damage to the landscape. You know, they actually destroy a lot of.
Oh, during rutting season? Oh yeah.
Yeah, they destroy a lot of the plants and the habitat. You know?
Oh yeah, eat it all, fucking destroy it all with their antlers, fucking. Then you're getting deer stuck in the fences because they don't know how to get out, get unstuck.
I mean, I live just on the outskirts of London, and I'm a 2-minute walk away from where there's deer.
That's crazy.
I ate my weed plant one time.
Yeah, all the deer and elk, they just stay up in the mountains over here. We don't ever see them in the.
But again, our deer aren't the big old deer that you guys have with the big antlers. Again, you got to think everything here in Europe is smaller, right? So they're little baby Bambis compared to the ones you guys have.
Sometimes we get moose up here, which is kind of crazy.
I wouldn't trust the moose. They just look dangerous on sight.
No, not even. No,
Yeah, no, I just, they seem like they want to fuck with you. They don't seem friendly.
Yeah, don't even drive up next to them. Yeah, don't.
I'm glad I had that instinct. Good. Okay. Heck,
yeah.
Don't fuck with the moose.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if they're in their season. If they're don't ever drive up next to them. It doesn't.
They just have that energy about them where they look mean and unfriendly. Yeah. They want to fuck with you just for being.
Dude, when I was in Colorado and we were just like kind of camping out in the woods, like up in the mountain, hanging out. We were just up there smoking and chilling. 1 minute we were like hanging out, and the next this moose just like pops his head through the brush and just looks at us. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, a surprise any animal is always a bit of a jump scare, right?
Yeah, dude, it was huge.
Yeah.
They'll just charge at you. They don't give a fuck.
I've also seen them try to like climb up people and do that kind of like hoof fighting that they do.
Oh yeah, that can kill you in one hit. Oh yeah, that's why I just don't ever get near a moose during certain seasons, or just not at all. Just, don't risk it.
I don't know where Noodles is, but it's some kind of a city building. Looks very interesting. It looks like a post office or a DMV. Oh no, there's a food counter, so probably not that.
A restaurant in the post office.
Okay. It looked like a civic building at first, but now I'm seeing it. It's completely wrong. It looks like some kind of canteen.
Are you ordering a McFatty Noodles?
Restaurant. Okay, I see refrigerator. I see sandwiches. I see some kind of other packaged ready-to-go food. Oh, that's a big old sub. Look at that sub. What kind of subs they got, Noodles?
Well, there is one thing that the UK and EU has been doing that I think makes more sense than anything has to do with food, saying that they don't want a lot of artificial ingredients in their foods. Something
we do still have some of that crap, but the difference is here in the UK and in most of Europe, everything is labeled by law. You have to tell people what's in the food. So
right.
You can't just say like flavorings. You have to specify what they are. Yeah.
Right. You have to say exactly what do you mean by artificial and natural flavoring. You know.
Yeah. What is that? What chemicals did you cobble together to make that? And the truth is, people will still eat it. They just want to know. You know, people will still poison themselves. They just want to know what the poison is.
Yeah.
I'll eat MSG all day. I love that stuff.
Tastes pretty good.
Artificial cherry flavor tastes better than most real
I think
cherry.
Winston has elk too. We certainly have black bears. We do have some brown bears too. In my area.
So bears is something I don't understand at all. I'm from Greece. We have a few wild bears up in the mountains, but you never see them because they have hunting dogs, and the dogs stay away from the bears stay away from the village. They just stay in the wild. But in America, I see people, they're either super aware of the bears and they have their bear spray and they hide their food up in the trees and they're like super alert to the bears. And then you have these other dummies who just walk right up to the bear and pet it and try and take a Facebook photo. I don't get how you guys can have that much of a difference in bear safety from person to person.
I've seen people do that. That's like playing Russian roulette, really. If you're gonna try to pet a bear, don't expect the bears necessarily to always be smiling happily.
Black bears are like the most fucking goddamn biggest assholes when it comes to the bear family. I mean, they'll just run up on you. They don't care. They'll take your cat, take your coyote when you're right next to them. They're the type that's not really that afraid. It's more of like the brown bears. They're more afraid, I believe. But black bears around here, like if they always have cubs with them. I know they do. If they got cubs,
the black bears will be screaming as you are dying as they rip you to shreds. Even more so than the grizzly.
People are really terrified of bears because there's always bear attacks, and so people.
So I guess the dummies who just walk up and try and take photographs with them, they must just be like city folk.
Yeah, we call them the dummies. Yeah, we call them the dummies that's never been in nature before, and they're.
That surprises me though, because like you would think everyone had at least a background knowledge of, hey, this is dangerous.
Well, no, the Chinese do it. So like okay, listen, this is really crazy. The Chinese will come here, right? And they'll get really up close to these fucking animals, and they'll take pictures of them. And it's like, dude, do you have any idea that this animal right now that you're this close to can easily just fucking ram you, kill you, stomp on you?
They're used to things like pandas, which are basically in a coma 90% of the year.
Yeah, and it's dude. There's always people. Doesn't matter who you are or what race they are. There's always idiots that's never fucking understood the real dangers of wildlife.
It's like no situational awareness.
No awareness whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's like, you think that's a docile animal and it's not a fucking carnivore. No, it can still kill you, you fucking idiot. Don't piss it off.
One swipe.
Yeah, don't
the videos
piss
that
the
videos I find awesome though, where people like stand up to the bear and the bear runs off. Like there's a few videos of those that I'm like, okay, that was brave but stupid, but good for you that it worked. Have you seen that one lady that tries to protect her dogs from the bears? The bear is like on her backyard fence trying to get over, and she just runs up to the fence and pushes it.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Very stupid.
That was stupid, but it worked. Yeah, you like definitely very stupid.
Yeah, that was a hit and miss tactic. She got real lucky.
I think that was like a panic reaction.
Yeah.
That was like, oh my god, I got to do something, and your brain just reacts before you have time to think about it. Yeah. Or the guy who throws I think it's a coyote. He's like attacking his dog, and he just throws it down the stairs, and you just see it spiraling off into the darkness.
Yeah, she's real lucky there wasn't a second big bear there, or else it would have been
or that it didn't get pissed off and just jump straight back over the fence.
Yeah, that would be a terrible video to see on a different side.
I think the only thing that stopped the bear jumping back up is that it didn't have visibility, because the other side of the fence was lower than the high ground that they were on, and it couldn't quite see what it was jumping up to. So it was like, okay, I'm not going to risk it. Yeah, I think in a normal situation, that bear would have just either charged through the fence or jumped straight back over it.
Or just drag you off into the forest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, drag you with it as you push it over the fence.
But then you're really fucked.
And there's that other cool video where the bear runs up the tree trying to get the hunter, and then just
it goes so quick. Oh my god!
It's only because the bear slips. Yeah, the bear slips and loses its footing, and that's the only thing that saves the guy. I mean, he films it in close up. He's like, the camera is like an inch away from the bear's snout.
Yeah, so that's why.
Did you know that 1 in 19 people have colon cancer? Did you know that?
Did you know that when most old men die, they find that they were riddled with cancer and they didn't know about it?
Yeah.
When they do the autopsy, they're like, "Oh well, he died of this, but he was about to die of cancer anyway." So a lot of old men have cancer and don't know.
Yeah, I'm going down there. Yeah, it's like they just found a growth, like in his brain.
No, you're breaking up, buddy. I think you lost your signal.
He's in the lift.
Yeah. The elevator.
The elevator.
Loving an elevator.
Gross.
That's because you just went into the lift. That's why.
Underlying health problems can cause a cancer outbreak within the body if they already have it within them.
So we figured out why it looked like a civil building. He was in the canteen of a hospital. He's in the morgue right now.
No, it looks like he's in the slaughterhouse.
Well, there was a sign to the mortuary just there. He took a left. He took a right instead of a left.
He's probably going for a cigarette on the roof.
Lunch break. A cigarette and a sandwich.
Oh, he got rid of Cassandra. That's why he's in the morgue. Oh, good boy.
So my brother was getting headaches, right? And they did CAT scan on him and everything. They found a tumor in his brain. And they're like, yeah, we would never have found it if we weren't complaining about it. And my brother was like, well, am I going to die? And they're like, no. They're like, it's just people have them and they live their whole lives with them. And, you know, it's like, they said that to me about my freaking cyst on my kidney, too.
Yeah, I've got
what it does mean is that they'll just monitor you long term and take lots of your money. Yay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So modern medicine loves any long-term treatable disease that they can keep you sick but keep you treating you. They love that shit. That's like
they want to sustain.
They don't want to money.
Curing stuff is not good for profits. Treating stuff is great for profits.
That's why I don't go to the doctor. It's like if I get something and I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Fuck it.
Well, no, what you should go to the doctor for is the diagnosis part. They're good at that.
You know, I got kidney problems. When I was in Maryland, I had to go to the kidney doctor every 3 weeks. I had to have blood tests every 3 weeks as well for the doctor, and then urination, 24-hour urination, all this shit every 3 weeks. Now I've moved. Where I am now, I go once every 6 months.
If they can make your money, they will. It's a business.
How can it change from every 3 weeks? So
you know the answer, Tiger Kid. It didn't change. The policy and the level of greed changed. Your condition stayed exactly the same.
Right.
You just move to a state where they're slightly less greedy and have a slightly better policy. That's all.
Right. But it was like really fucking my life up because it was like 3 times a month I'd have to go get blood, do urine, then go to the doctor.
How long have you lived in America?
About 10 years now.
Wow, and you still haven't lost your accent?
No.
I don't think you ever will if you haven't in 10 years.
I mean, there are times when I hear myself a little bit. But
I honestly thought you lived up the road in London. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I do go back to England every year.
That explains why your house was so nice. I saw some of your videos, and I was like, okay, where does she live?
I
That's
don't live
nice.
there anymore. I've moved.
All right. I was like, that's a nice big street for England. I was like, okay, well done you. I just thought you had money. I was like, all right, good for her.
No.
No. So you married an American, I take it?
I did. And I married a Polish man.
Oh, at the same time?
No! At the same
They could
time.
be all in one. He could be Polish, American.
Oh, God. England is overrun with them all now.
I don't mind the Polish people because it's like 50-50. Like anyone who bothers to learn the language and try and fit in, yay. And then there's the ones that just only work with other Polish people, only work in Polish shops, only speak Polish. They don't tend to stay here longer. They tend to go back home.
Around where
Yeah, no, they beat up Andrew and then they fucking go back home. What the fuck?
Like they seem to drink a lot. They're always fucking hammered.
Yeah, they fight more amongst
they're worse than the Irish here. Like all the
Polish
Irish
people like to fight with other Polish people.
Yeah.
They don't really like to fight with other people. It's weird. Like they'll beat each other up.
Well, except for Andrew.
Well,
Oh,
Andrew
God
probably
damn.
stumbled in. God knows what happened. Although I did have one Polish guy try to fight me. That was fun. But he was very drunk and couldn't really fight. So I didn't really feel the need to attack him. I just let him stumble around near me.
This is going to sound weird, but they just seem very not as civilized as us.
No, that's not true.
When I was married to that one, and I went back to his home in Poland, it was like, oh my.
What
God.
city was he from, if you don't mind me saying, or what town?
Near Warsaw.
Okay, that's pretty respectable usually.
Well, it was like these big blocks of flats.
Yeah, it's like
grey.
It's like England in the 80s. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was like very weird.
But that comes from they were communists for a long time and poor for a long time because of the communist regime. So
yeah, they seem very poor.
That fucked them up for a long time. No, you've got like it's like any other country, right? You've got people who have bothered to educate themselves and be civilized and learn about the outside world, and you have people who don't. It's just like any other country.
They were the first Eastern Bloc countries to like break away from it, right?
Yeah.
Like even before the roll of the Berlin Wall, they had kind of like separated.
Yeah.
There was this. I don't know if you ever heard that about the invasion plan that was about to happen, and I think either that day Reagan was shot or the Pope was shot. Someone was shot. They were going to have Bulgaria invade Poland, and it didn't happen because someone was shot. It was either Reagan or the Pope.
Is that might be the assassination attempt on Reagan that failed? He was shot at.
Yeah.
That's what you mean.
So something, I forgot what it was, but they halted it, and they never invaded because of that, because they thought it would cause World War III.
I'm arguing with my brother, right, over this Ukraine shit because he's in England and he hates Trump.
Okay.
And
He hates
I'm like,
Trump.
well,
how can he live here and hate Trump? How he must be rich because everyone who actually has to worry about their income is like, yay, Trump's in power.
well, he's like, and I'm like, well, England will be bailing him out. He said, no, Europe will. Well, excuse me, you are in Europe anyway. I said, look, and we're out arguing, and then at the end he just put, you're right, I apologize, but you're in America, so why worry about it? You worry about the Chinese, you worry about the Chinese, and we'll worry about the Russians.
I'm more pro-Russian than anything.
What an idiot. Fucking.
Listen, Putin's not a nice guy. I would never sit here and pretend he is, but he didn't start this shit. We were encroaching on his border. The UN was encroaching on his borders. Like, the UN started this war, and now they're asking us to pay for it. They can go fuck themselves. They're meant to be a peacekeeping force, not a war-starting force.
No, that's the whole thing. They are a war. Or starting force. That's
I
the
know,
big disguise.
but no, obviously, and again, most things are the opposite of what they're set up to be, right?
Yeah. It sucks because here we are, right in the middle of a.
By the way, no one talks about this, but this is all. The war is nothing to do with the war. The war is to do with controlling pipelines from Russia to the rest of the world, which is why all our energy prices have skyrocketed. Is why I'm paying so much for heating now, and why fuel prices have gone up. Even though it's natural gas that they're piping through the pipelines, it affects all the other gas prices, all the other commodities. Like everything skyrocketed. This whole cost of living crisis we're having right now is because of that shitty war in Ukraine.
Well, we don't buy gas from Ukraine.
Yeah, but it affects the buying and selling of other energy commodities.
It does. But what
so
we
it has
do
a
get from
knock-on
Ukraine is fertilizer, which Ukraine is the largest fertilizer manufacturer.
Yeah,
that
and
does affect us.
And a big grain production for most of Europe as well. Like stuff for making bread and flour and stuff like that. They had big grain production, and that's again, this is all to make us not fully poor, but keeping us in a position. You know what I mean? It's all designed to just keep people where they're at. God forbid we progress, right?
Now, by the way, does the UK have the same problem with obesity that America does, or is it?
No, but we're starting to. And we're starting to for the same reasons. It's the fast foods and the corn syrups and the government here tried to put a sugar tax.
Yeah, there's sugar tax in
England.
Oh, wow. In England, if you buy,
I'm not even
like,
joking. If you order takeout,
like let's say you order Papa John's and you want like a regular soda, they charge you extra, and it's like a regular
like
price
here,
for the sugar free. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Washington shit. That was that first started in Washington. Big sugar tax everywhere, no matter what. Down in Seattle, like what? Yeah, that's why people don't want
sugar is bad for you, but those artificial sweeteners are worse. I'm sorry, I'd rather have a small amount of the natural thing than the copious amounts of the chemical.
Like if Tina lived down here, she wouldn't be able to afford soda or anything because of the sugar tax here.
It's getting to the point where people are like buying Mexican Coke just so they can have some real sugar in their Coke and stuff.
Wow.
So Justin said he's coming back in here to apologize to everyone.
He didn't do anything where he needed to apologize.
Hey,
he
what?
just misunderstanding is all.
This guy's a pussy. Why does he have to apologize for everything?
I don't think he did anything wrong. I don't
think so either. What's the apology for?
Great. He called me up and he was trying to explain to me what he meant. And I'm like, Dustin, I understand what you meant. Like, if you think that these people, oh my God, this guy's smashing. If you think that these people don't understand, then you gotta explain it to them.
And I didn't want Justin to think I was saying anything bad, because it happens to all of us, whether we have learning difficulties or autism or not. Sometimes what you mean comes out different, and it's not how people hear it. You know what I mean? You in your head, you mean something, and you say it in a way where people hear it, and it sounds different to them. You know, like when you say things like "I'm drawing a line in the sand," people jump to emotional reactions from certain terms. You know.
He was terrorized.
By the way, just a nice reminder, please don't forget about liking the like jar, and don't forget to share and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Yeah, absolutely.
Stevie! You feel left out, you feel like you're the only guy I haven't married. Married 2 people.
Where is Sugar Rush, Tina?
I don't know. Sugar Rush Tina.
You doing a live later, David?
What's that?
I said, are you going to be doing a live later?
Maybe. I gotta work on some shit. So that new job I got, like I have to take I have to do some workshop stuff. They want me to like log into these workshops and like I gotta show them that I'm like on a 90-day probation thing, and hopefully I hope I'm not wasting my time with this. So
Okay, listen, I know how busy you are, so I try not to bust your balls, but when you get a spare 10 minutes, whenever it is, just ring my phone and give me a call. We need to discuss some stuff off air.
yeah.
It's nothing urgent or important, but there's a few like things I need to discuss before I start talking about them. People get the wrong idea when I say stuff, and then, you know, it causes issues, so...
Everything does.
Yeah.
It's like one fucking thing, and it's like all of a sudden, oh, guys.
Yeah, well, like this, again, I don't want to dwell on it, but that live stream you did that everyone was up in arms about recently, when you said nothing bad, and we're not, you know, shit-talking anyone, and, you know, God forbid you say your opinion about things, right?
Yeah, it's bizarre, man. It's really bizarre. And you know what? John even called me up and said the same fucking thing. I'm like, John, they're just looking to pick on someone, man. They really are. They want someone to hate because they're hateful people.
And it's a deflection from their own actions and their own hypocrisy and their own. If they're busy being mad at someone else and pointing a finger at someone else, hopefully no one will look at their shit, right?
And I can 100% understand if I went up there and said, "F this guy," you know, this guy's a piece of crap, you know, blah blah.
Look, I watched Noodles. I watched that entire live stream, and as an audience member, not your friend, not like a guy who's like a fan of your channel, just an audience member. So someone watching, 98% of that live stream was you talking in very vague general terms about his friends, not even about the man himself.
No, it's like they don't. I asked the people that were when I was on Steve's, right? I asked these guys. I said, "So you're appalled about what I said? Where did you watch the live stream?" They said, "No."
Yeah, what did I say that appalled you? And I had that exact same conversation. I'm not going to name the channel, but on someone else's channel earlier today, and they're like, "Oh, Noodles was being a disrespectful prick." I was like, I can understand why you might think that, but please tell me, what did he say that you actually found offensive? And, oh, he was just being sarcastic and condescending. I was like, well, that's not a crime. Like, where's the disrespect element? Like, he was mildly sarcastic about a group of people who were being terrible to him. That's what you're accusing him of? I don't get it. Like,
yeah, it's hard to like. And I left a lot of that stuff out. I just played something. I told people to calm down. And
yeah, even
people,
again, some people were getting all kind of like a bit over the top in your text chat thing, and you're like, okay, guys, no, that's not what we're doing here. Like, yeah, people want to be outraged.
And if anyone here doesn't think that when I die or Michelle dies or like these people aren't going to fuck around, that's what they do.
Dude,
they did it. They did it to my mother.
The
right?
second I drop down dead, they're going to be throwing block parties. Are you kidding me?
My mother had nothing to do with YouTube.
Mine neither, and they bring her up all the time. Odd that. In fact, she had passed away before I even arrived here, but yeah, apparently that's an issue for them too.
You're probably lucky. So when your parents passed away and you're on YouTube, all these people that come in and they start messing with they start messing with everything. They start making comments. Yeah. Not on YouTube, by the way. Not on YouTube. They'll do it in the
Luckily for me, my family know the reality of who I am and what I get up to. And they've also all had their accounts all set to private for years, long before I was ever on YouTube, because we're just a security conscious family like that. We don't talk to strangers. We don't invite random people into our circles to ask about our family members and friends. So yeah, I'm okay when it comes to that stuff. They have been trying to reach out to my family recently. It's kind of funny. Anyone with the same surname as me on Facebook has been contacted 1,000 times by now, I'm sure.
Don't you think it's so weird? You wouldn't do that in real life, would you? You wouldn't fall out with somebody and then go and try and find their family.
And then go knock on their auntie's door and go, you never guess
you
what he's
just
been
wouldn't
up
do
to.
that. It's like a different behavior on it.
Well, it attracts the broken people because they're indoors all day. So again, there's some nice people. Most of the audience is nice, in fact. But there's that 10 to 15% of the audience are just broken incels, sat indoors, angry at life, angry at the world, angry at their own failings. They're just looking to lash out at someone. It's kind of sad, really.
It is sad.
I woke up with a weird little dot of blood on the back of my neck and a small puncture wound on the back of my neck. I wonder what the hell that's about.
Spider bite.
And I might have scratched a hair follicle and just picked at it, but it feels like a little puncture wound right in the back of my neck, and it's right in the center.
Alien abduction. Red's gonna
Alien
say
abduction. Yeah.
Red, what, aliens, right, or some kind of demonic spirit?
You've been probed.
Chance would be a fine thing. Do you think the aliens drive by the planet Earth and just be like, "Get probed, bitches," and just drop down? Just like, that one. We're gonna get that one. Get it.
Do you remember that movie, The Mist?
Yeah, I love that movie. And there was a TV series which is pretty good, based around the same story.
You know what that was? You know what that was, right?
It's an old
some
Stephen
people
King.
have like theories on what that movie was, because at the end you kind of really don't kind of get, like, you just know that it wasn't the monsters. And then someone was telling me, no, Dave, there were no monsters. It was a military psyop thing that happened.
In the book, they make it very clear. It's a gas that escaped from a military base that was meant to be experimental and accidentally gets released, and they're making them all hallucinate and attack each other.
Right. So we just recently saw this play out in real life in the United States. I don't know if you know this. So we've had this mysterious fog that was all over I guess traveling across the United States, and then we had these drones appearing, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, it's UFOs! It's UFOs!" It's exactly like the fucking movie The Mist.
Yeah,
exactly.
Again, art imitates life, and life imitates art. This is not a coincidence. If you were trying to hide some crazy shenanigans that you were getting up to on a deep level, military secret level, the best thing you could do was mimic it to make it look like some crazy movie plot, right? Because then anyone who saw it would be like, well, that's just that movie. That guy's just crazy, right? Did you know that the CIA fund movies all the time, especially when it comes to sci-fi?
Yeah, the vampires and Vietnam and stuff like
Stargate, that. The whole TV series Stargate was like 80% funded by the CIA.
Yeah. So have you heard the new thing, how they're thinking that whole Nixon thing with what did they call it? Whatever that thing that happened with Nixon made him resign. Do you know that was a setup? They're saying now that it was a setup by the CIA.
What, the Watergate, you mean?
Yeah, all the Watergate, but it had something to do with the writer.
But if it was a setup, he did it himself because he was the one who ordered those recording devices to be put in his office. So
they're saying that that's not what he ordered them for. And like, if he had ordered them, he didn't know what he was ordering. So
okay, that's plausible. I can believe that. But it is established fact that he was the one who had them installed.
Okay, but why are they bringing this up now? So they're doing this audit, and I kind of wonder if like this paperwork or this shit is going to come out about how the CIA was actually fucking around in the United States, fucking with people.
Well, that's absolutely known to be true. Because of the Freedom of Information Act in America, things eventually get released.
Yeah, to be fair,
Eventually.
the CIA fucked with everybody in the world. Everybody.
Yeah, but they're not. They're not
fucking-
supposed to. They're not supposed to operate in the United States.
They're not meant to operate on
they
American
can. What do you
citizens,
think
full
about the whole
stop, but they
mafia
do.
thing where they were selling drugs with the mafia?
Yeah.
They were operating right there in the USA.
Not just the mafia, South America, all across Asia.
Well,
Drug
says,
trade is a
why?
big thing
That's
for
what I said.
them.
There
Yeah.
isn't a place that the CIA doesn't dip their hands in.
That's what the movie Air America was about, which is based on a real story, by the way.
All right, but my point is that when these documents come out, you find out that the CIA had something to do with the assassination. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but it comes out assassination of a president.
Why do you think the JFK papers have been redacted so many times and been pushed back so many times by each president who said, yeah, I'm going to release the documents, and then they go, no, we're going to hold them back for another 10 years. Why do you think that's happened so many times?
They're waiting for people to die. So they don't.
Also, they're waiting for the outrage to die down. Everyone who remembers it and to not give a fuck anymore.
Well, so my point is that if they do release this and you find out that, yes, the CIA had something to do with the assassination of a senior president and also the
that absolutely happened.
Of a president.
It's a known secret. Like, you might not be able to prove it, but it's a known secret that absolutely did happen. George Bush Sr. was head of the CIA at the time, lied and said he wasn't, lied and said he doesn't remember where he was. Lo and behold, there's a picture of him in Dallas on the day.
Yeah. So this is what I'm trying to get at. If they do ever release something like that, does that mean that the CIA is an enemy of the state?
No, they will try. They will try and blame it on
democracy.
they will try and blame it on the operatives and the regime at the time, and try and go, no, well, that's not the CIA of today. That's how they used to do things back then. We don't do that anymore. Another reason why they're waiting so long to release those documents.
So all those presidents have to be dead. I mean, Jimmy Carter was the last one.
Yeah, but it's not just the presidents. It's like everyone who would have a say in it needs to be, like, JFK Jr. needs to be dead. All of JFK's relatives need to be dead. All the press and the people who were alive at the time, all the people who were there on Dealey Plaza that day need to be gone and not talking about it anymore before they'll tell the truth. So there can be no counter story. That's what they're waiting for.
I just feel like if something like that came out, right, you find out that the writer of, I mean, Bill Murray was just talking about this, how they totally discredited everything you've heard about John Belushi or Jim Belushi or whatever. That absolute bullshit. The story about this guy is a fraud, and it was written by a journalist who actually worked for the CIA.
Yeah,
all that shit about Nixon.
Dude, all that stuff, like the hippies and what's it called, Peterborough, Ashford, the fucking little hippie commune where they were all fucking with the Mansons, and they all turned out to be like different. One of them ended up being the guy that killed John Lennon. Do you know what I mean? They all came from the same small section. Jim Morrison's dad was an admiral in the Navy, and I love the Doors and I love Jim Morrison, but that's some shady shit. And if you look into his career, the stuff that is known about it is pretty damning, and the stuff that is redacted, and you're like, what? Why is Jim Morrison's dad like so high level secrecy? Like, they were all like kids of high level people. They were all like programmed and brainwashed, and maybe some of that was their breaking of the programming, right? Maybe some of the amazing music we got was them actually like resisting that, but that's where it all came from. Like,
I don't think people would be able to handle it. I don't know if they'd be able to process it. I mean,
no, people already know. It's just it's an uncomfortable truth. Like, again, look at the chat right now. Hammer and Nails is saying the CIA and Mossad are a complete menace. Everyone's known that. They've known that since like the 40s. They've known that. Like, it's not a secret.
There's never been like a sitting president that has ever said, "Hey, listen, the CIA business is like, this is what did this. Like, we can't trust these people."
But Kennedy got killed because of that. He wanted to strip their powers and make them comply with the Constitution, and that's why he got killed.
Well, if it does happen, I just kind of wonder like how people are going to react to it.
That's why they're trying to manage the situation. If it's managed wrong, you will get like civil war and anarchy. If it's managed right, everyone will just shrug their shoulders and roll their eyelids and go, "Oh well, we knew that anyway."
Because like I don't think that all these people that these like liberals are necessarily wrong. I think there's truth and lie. I think that people see things, and I think that people react to certain things, and I don't think it's
when you say you
necessarily
don't think they're
lies.
wrong, that you don't think they're wrong about what specifically?
I think a lot of people. I think everyone's wrong, right? But I think that there's some truth in all of it.
Oh,
And it's just like it's not being told. There's no absolute truth. Even if you read the Bible, right? They talk about this from the beginning of the Bible, how there was this great the deceiver, this thing that doesn't want you knowing absolute
wickedness
truth.
in high places. Yes, and high places doesn't just mean in your churches and temples and your religious centers, folks. It means in your government. It means in your schools. It means everywhere. In your media, in your newspapers.
It's just wild how you'll never know absolutely, and like everyone's running around thinking they know everything. It's like, oh shit.
No, because people get fooled to thinking it's all one big conspiracy when it's 1,000 little ones. That's the thing. They think they're looking for a puppet master pulling the strings, and it doesn't really work like that. Sorry to break it to you folks. Like, again, look at this Epstein thing. It's all about power brokering. Like, it's like the mafia, right? If you want to be part of our mafia gang and you have your own little mafia gang, we need you to do a hit for us, so we have dirt on you, and we'll do a hit for you, so you have dirt on us, and then we can trust each other through the mutual trust of blackmail, right? It's power broking. This is why they do the satanic stuff. This is why they do the child sacrifice and child whatever R wording and molestation and stuff like that. This is it. It's all power broking. It's also blackmail, extort, and it's like a token chip to trade on the power broking network. It's sick. I'm not condoning or explaining it, but then people look for one group doing this. No, there's 1,000 little groups. Diddy's over there doing his Diddy stuff. Epstein's over there doing. They're all loosely connected. They all scratch each other's back, and cover each other's ouchies, and one hand cleans the other, so to speak. But they'll also just as quickly throw each other under the bus, or fight for power, or vie for power. It's not like there's one controlling group. This is why I laugh when people say, "Oh, it's these people doing it," or "It's those people." No, it's all of them. People in power will fight and collude to stay in power. It's that simple.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I just want to say one thing. For those people that did not vote and like the channel so far, let me say one thing. You guys often ask me to have a topic. We have a topic. And I see only 8 vote of you actually like the show, and another 16 of you hate the show. Well, I just want to let you know that if you really like the show, please do show your likes. Okay, I can see the dislike count, and I think it's sad that...
Who is hitting thumbs down, guys? Come on.
Look at 47% like rate.
Sorry, I forgot to hit the like.
I the thumbs down didn't exist.
Thank you for reminding me.
I'm not kidding me.
Michelle, listen, I guarantee you those people that are putting in that they hate the show are so devout to this show, Michelle, that they watch it every day. And I guarantee you, if you want an extra hour longer, they would be here an extra hour longer, Michelle.
Absolutely, that's true. But fuck them for hitting the thumbs down.
Yes, and thank you, haters.
And
you're
thanks for
right.
watching. A view.
The thumbs down, thumbs up thing doesn't really work on YouTube like it used to. All of it is considered interaction. Now you will get pushed further into more new streams if you have more thumbs up, but it doesn't hurt your channel if you get thumbs downs.
Because we got pretty good engagement right now. We got like 24-minute average engagement. And we have had viewers today of 132 views. So now it's 25 minutes and 3 seconds engagement. So engagement's there. People are watching it. They like the content with Slingshot Warrior and Geno and Noodles. And it's bringing good people in. And I want to see more that continue on.
Also, if people have a suggestion or want to suggest an alternative topic or a change in direction or want to see another guest, you can join the chat and make those recommendations. We will listen.
You've been very quiet today, Michelle, though.
I'm just listening.
You okay? Okay.
I mean, I don't always talk a lot. Sometimes I listen.
Okay.
Sometimes it's nice to take a back seat, huh?
Yeah, sometimes.
And sometimes you wish people would just let you drive, huh?
Yeah. Sometimes I try to find a balance between the two. I mean, like Slingshot Warrior was kind of a special treat that came up to talk about the slingshot competition because I know some people would find that interesting. And you are talking about political, which does kind of interest me, so I'm listening to that. And after all, there's only so much everyday stuff I can cover. Well, basically, everybody go ahead and taking, sleep aids and falling asleep on the job, I think
guys, can I say something? If someone is nice enough to donate, please give them a little thumbs up on their donation. It's just nice that, for them to see that the donation is appreciated.
Thank you, Hammer and Nails.
There should only be thumbs up here.
Oh.
The donations deserve a thumbs up too. That was my point.
Yeah, they need to fix the glitch where at times you can't comment on it or give a thumbs up. There's like a
Michelle?
I think that depends on how someone has their
donation.
Oh, okay.
I said thank you.
Oh, did you? I didn't hear the round of applause. Are you okay, Michelle?
I talked over it
did that
Tiger Kitty. That was my fault. She did play it, I think.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry.
That was me being a loudmouth. Sorry.
Hey Michelle, what about showing people how many thumbs up you get? Because that sometimes encourages people to give more thumbs up.
Right.
If you have like a set number of thumbs up you want, and people will do it, Michelle.
I always have mine visible.
Right. Like I said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We can use all of you guys.
Yeah, but Michelle, they're not getting any reward from it. They're not seeing. People want to participate on your show, Michelle. You do whatever you can to get them to participate. If they can see a number go up because they clicked on it.
Yeah, they feel like they did something. They feel like they helped. Yeah.
Yeah, show the thumbs up, Michelle.
Right now, we got 15 likes right now. We got 15 likes. Let me just say one thing, and I think Jenna would agree with me on this. YouTube made a big boo-boo. I'm going to tell you why. They actually, for the request of Disney and other big names, which has got a lot of thumbs down, they said, they demanded, take away the dislike button, or take away the dislike count, right? And the thing is that totally messes up the whole point of it being able to use it as a gauge. Because, well, for one thing...
Now you can't tell if this is a good video or not, right?
Right, exactly. And now yet, they've always had the option where you could avoid showing either one, right? You could say, okay, don't show the stats and the likes and dislikes. Yet Disney and others sat there and went to YouTube and cried, oh, we want to show everybody our movies. We want to show how good the likes are, but we don't want to see the dislikes. Well, I'll say YouTube, here's an idea. Go ahead, tell Disney the truth. You already have the option to turn off the likes and the dislike counts. All right, if you're really so worried about it, give the option that the individual sites can turn off the dislikes or turn off the likes. Maybe someone wants to see all the dislikes instead for some reason. That way you can choose. Do you want to show the likes? Yes. You want to show the dislikes? Yes. So you want to see everything? Yes. I don't want to see the likes. Okay. Turn that off, but you can still show the dislikes. They should live like that. Basically, individual tap or either ones. You can select which one you want to show or not show. Instead of taking away the dislikes by default, which means if you do survey or percentages, your statistics are all skewed.
Or interface.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with you there, Michelle. Like they ruined it, like you said. It stopped working because now people can't use it as a gauge. The reason they did it was very silly because it was just people crying about getting thumbs down. And it's a very easy fix. Just give people the option to turn it on and off if they want. But I will say this in their defense. It's a situation where they're damned if they do and they're damned if they don't, because they had so many people crying to them about, oh, we're getting hate mobbed, we're getting flagged by groups of trolls to thumbs down. But that's part of the YouTube experience too. That happens to every channel. So
the difference in the likes and dislikes.
for example, with a review video, if you're watching a video where it's a review of a product and you see that it has a bunch of thumbs down, you know that they gave it a shitty review. I wouldn't even bother to watch that video back in the day. I'd be like, okay, let me find one that's got like 50-50 likes and dislikes, or has more likes, so at least I know people like thought it was helpful. Or a tutorial. If you saw a tutorial had nothing but likes, you're like, okay, this is going to be a good one. But now you can't tell because you can't see the thumbs down.
I will say one thing now, Geno, is depending, especially if it's a review for a product, if you got a lot of thumbs down, is it because the reviewer said something bad about the product, or is it because the product itself was just bad?
Or did they just not review it properly and they missed out some key features? Yeah.
Right. So the problem is that since there's no kind of simple survey of why you're giving a thumbs down, for example.
Sure, but that's when you have to use more than one thing, though. So first you look at the thumbs down, and you go, okay, this is, and then you look at the top 10 comments and find out why people hated this video. And it's just about using a combination of the two things, then, isn't it?
Yeah, but a lot of times people don't even leave a comment; they'll just thumb you down.
Yeah, but with a big channel where someone's getting a lot of thumbs down, let's say, for example, the example you used of a review, if it's getting a ton of thumbs down, people are going to tell people why they hate it. This review was terrible. They didn't talk about this. They didn't talk about that. They didn't mention the price, whatever. Then you can go, okay.
Right. So the bigger channels, yeah. But the little guys, like my channel, might not get a lot of comments, and then
they don't care about us little guys, Michelle. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't care about small channel owners.
That's why they took away the dislike button for Disney. That's And now people rightfully are going,
this is why they don't let us
totally
play
messes
music.
up the whole system when Disney could simply just turn off the likes and dislike count completely, like I did. What's the point of showing a system when you can't even see the real stats? I mean, you're only seeing part of stats. It's not showing a percentage of dislikes or likes. It's not saying 47% of the people like this video. It doesn't say what the dislikes are. If it said that, or told the total number of people who voted, here's how many likes you got, then you could do mathematics and arithmetic calculations to figure out the dislikes.
In fact, I think the channel owners should be able to choose more analytics.
I agree. They should be able to choose whichever one they want.
Yeah.
Like I said, you might choose to have nothing. You might choose to have both. You might choose to have only dislikes count. Whatever. You should be.
Some people might want to show the male to female ratio or the age ratio.
Right, exactly.
Say, okay. Yeah.
And those are things
again, more options is better. Always give people more options. That's always better.
More user-friendly.
And also, why, for example, does the thing always default to top chat versus a live chat? I don't understand why that's not an option where I can choose by default which I want to see. I have to keep clicking live chat every time I go on because YouTube doesn't remember my preferences. Nor did it ever explain exactly what top chat really is.
I don't know if you've heard me ranting and raving about that before, Michelle, but that's a pet hate of mine. I complain about that all the time.
What are you up to now, Michelle, sub count wise?
Well,
1,000 subs every couple of days.
Michelle, what's your sub count at?
Oh, I haven't checked yet. Okay, give me a second. I will
Let's
tell you
have
right
a
in a
little
second. I did check it originally. Let me just take a real quick here.
I can't see the exact number, but it's 10.5K.
10,541 subs.
Whoa! Got 500 since the day party.
Yep. And that's only going to keep going up now. Once you reach a certain level, it slowly keeps climbing.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm getting about 100 subs every 28 days, which is pretty good for me.
Well, I think generally you're pretty. I think you're pretty articulate, pretty knowledgeable. I think you understand what I'm getting at when I say about these little things. I mean, some people think they're kind of pedantic. I don't think so.
No, it's bad user design. Like, they don't think about the user. Can I give you one more example really quickly? I didn't mean to cut you off. So if you want proof that they care about the big channels and not the small channels, all you have to look is their music policy. I don't understand why, as a small channel owner, I can't play the music I like from YouTube. I'm clicking on YouTube links to play it, and they can't just give the copyright to the person who owns the copyright. Why does my channel get a strike or a flag or demonetized in certain regions? I don't care about that stuff. Just give the money to whoever it belongs to and let me play the music.
And the thing that bothers me is that it's the big channels were one-time small channels themselves. You know. And yet, YouTube, it's like corporate. They forget about the little guy that actually started out as a little guy and became a big guy.
Yeah, but you have corporate level interests too. So you have like big news organizations, and you have big record labels, and you have
right. I know that
Vivo and people like that. They're the ones that ruin it for the rest of us, because they have advertising power, they have money behind them, they have thousands of millions of viewers. So they can dictate a little bit to YouTube what they want, right? Because they have bargaining power. We don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet,
we should unionize.
Big channels can get YouTube case managers, but the little guys can't get anything like that. In fact, if you ever try to reach out YouTube customer support, it's like impossible.
I don't care about the money side of it. Obviously, people can donate or they don't donate or whatever. But to me, why are you holding back creators from making content? That's crazy to me. This whole platform is about making content and sharing content. So why can't we make and share content without falling foul of the rules? It doesn't make sense to me. It's pointless stumbling blocks. You can't play movies. You can't play videos. You can't play certain computer games. You can't play certain video games if you have the music playing. And you never know when you're going to get a strike until you get one. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, and they added some new rules to retroactively that go backwards. The new rules that they now have go retroactively all the way back to your older videos. So
that does annoy me, because now I have to privatize all my videos and figure out which ones violate policy and which ones don't. Yeah, and on a channel like mine where we do a lot of arguing and shit talking, there's a lot of videos which could potentially violate policy, right? So.
I know.
Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina, how you doing?
Good, how are you? And by the way, I don't drink any more sugar pop. This is what I drink.
What is that? 7-Up?
Yeah.
Is that the zero sugar version?
No, that's not. It's the regular sugary type.
Hang on, let's see the label.
So you're still drinking a lot of HFCS, and you're basically going to still send your insulin level or sugar level to the moon. Bad choice.
To the moon, Alex.
She got the zero sugar, I could tell.
Oh, if she got the zero sugar, that's good.
Oh, it does say zero on it. Okay, yeah. Michelle, did you just do a Ralph Cramden impersonation? To the moon, Alice.
No. Yeah, but her sugar level certainly will go straight to the moon.
Hammer Nail says, yay, no more sugar.
One of these days, Alice, bam, right to the moon.
To the moon. Oh, ow. You can't beat the classic era of television and cinema, can you?
Yeah, it was kind of fun those
there
times.
really was a golden era.
It was good times.
Yes,
Especially the movies back then. You had Ginger Rogers, Fred Astaire, Carmen Miranda. You had 40s and 50s and early 60s. There were some good movies out there back then.
Now,
yeah,
Michelle, I know you like to mess around with your AI a little bit. I made a bunch of AI pictures for my last live stream because I was playing old-timey swing jazz kind of music. So I figured I'd make a bunch of AI images of different like sexy ladies for the slideshow. As soon as I typed in golden era of cinema and golden era of television into the prompt, it just magically transformed all of these pictures to look great. If you're into writing prompts for AI, remember that one, golden era.
Well, if you get a chance, if you ever look at the pictures like I've drawn with Dolly, and Carmen Miranda, which it's pretty expansive collection of stuff.
I'm going to send you some links in private. Please don't share them. I have some resources, some tools that are really useful, that are free, and I don't share them around because I don't want everyone using them. But I'll happily share them with you, Michelle.
That's no problem. I won't share anything. It's not. I don't normally do that unless you ask me to. So
you can make as many free images as you like. There's no restrictions.
What I could do is I could send you a whole bunch of images I've collected and I have sitting in a folder here of artwork I've created for different things.
I'll tell you what you could help me with. You're very clever. I would appreciate maybe some help with some prompts. Like if you give me some prompts of some images you'd like to see, and I'll sit there and work on them.
I'm trying to find something that can actually make an animated video. What I mean by animated, I don't mean like a slideshow. I can do that with Final Cut. That's no problem. I'm talking about animated. You know.
So there are things for that, but they're very slow, and they usually have credits, and you have to wait for the thing to generate, and then you run out of credits, and then if it makes a mistake, you have to start from the beginning again. It's kind of frustrating. I have one on my PC that's pretty good, but again, it's super slow. It just
I'll be right back.
It generates 3-second clips, and it takes like
George, okay?
To get 3 seconds of footage, so it's kind of tedious.
Because Jennifer J in our Discord does something like animation, but she's not creating it using necessarily the software strictly. She does a lot of it by hand too.
There's a lot of talented people in your Discord. I've been checking out some of the user
Yes, there is a lot of talented people in our Discord.
How about this for a show idea, Michelle? How about you do like a once a month or 2 times a month? You do a user submitted artwork and creations feedback, and you review people's artwork, and you can, maybe they can make some AI songs for you, or they can.
We do have 2 art galleries. We have a non-porn art one, and we have the porn one. Obviously, YouTube will not let us show the porn one. Well, we can certainly show the non-porn.
You got rid of the porn one. The porn
right.
one's
So
gone.
what you could do is you could select your favorite ones from there and just review a few of them on air and you know shout out your favorite creators.
Speaking of the artwork, have you ever seen Lumi's intro on her channel?
I didn't know Lumi had a channel, Michelle. I'm really sorry.
I do.
I thought this was the only channel.
It's http://www.youtube.com/LUMIFINISTRA. I do a show on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time.
Please drop the link.
I'll
put the link in the Discord.
I'll send you.
Link it in the chat.
Thank you, Tiger Kitty. I'll definitely subscribe if someone sends me the link.
We did put a link in the Discord okay, I'll type it in here. All right, so
I didn't know Lumi had a channel. My apologies to Lumi.
Yeah, she does a show every Sunday at 3 o'clock.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, that's where we are on a Sunday at 3.
I never know where I am at on a Sunday at 3, but I'll try and be there if
That
I
will
am.
be. That actually wouldn't be 3 for you.
Oh, okay. Someone dropped it. Oh, yeah. Michelle dropped it in the chat. There we go. I'll sub up now.
And also, lately, we've been having Carmen on my show, but Carmen's been on my show too. Yeah, I know.
Oh, wow. Lumi looks very different to how I imagined.
Let's make sure this link is working. If you didn't type it yeah, let's make sure it works. Okay.
How did you imagine Lumi?
I don't know. I thought Lumi would look a lot more like Michelle, I guess, but they look different.
She's got different hair.
Yeah.
Brown.
Different personality, too.
There we go. Yep, that's the right one. Let's make sure we got it right.
Yeah.
So was that a typo in the link or something?
No, that worked. I just went and subscribed.
Yeah, so everyone sub up that channel so Lumi can.
It's just too bad that I'll never be able to be monetized because I don't have a green card, so I can't get a bank account. Would have been nice. See, me and Michelle kind of want to have separate channels. Kind of want to be individuals, but yet sometimes our shows cross over.
What about a shared bank account and 2 different channels, though? I'm sure you guys could trust each other to divide up the money.
Well, we have a shared bank account because Michelle does all the money. But the problem is the channels in my email and my name, and Michelle's channels are in her name. And if we try to put my channels under her name, then YouTube is going to go, say what? So
no, you can have more than one monetized channel under the same name.
Well, you can have multiple channels and monetize under your name, but unfortunately, like I said, the problem is that my channel is in my email address. It's not Michelle's. It's different.
I got you, but you have access to both, right?
I'm an administrator on Michelle's channel. Michelle's administrator on my channel.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
But
I'm sure you can figure
the sad truth
you can use your bank account, Michelle.
Yeah, you can use your bank account for both channels.
Use your bank account on both accounts.
I don't know if I can do that because we checked the terms of service. It's kind of sticky because I looked into that.
So I know people that have 5 or 6 different channels and they're all monetized, then they all go to the same bank account.
Well, if they're all under one person's email. For example, Michelle does have multiple channels. She has Welcome to My World.
Well, just change Lumi's email to yours.
But then that would also mean that I no longer exist.
You don't need to do that at all. All you need to do is add Michelle's bank account to Lumi's channel.
Right now, Lumi is not even close to the watch hours and the subscriber count yet. So
sure, but when you get there, listen, Michelle, how long are you going to be live for? So are you planning on being live for a while longer?
We're going to be wrapping it up soon because I kind of want to go out and enjoy some fresh air.
Okay, I was going to make my excuses and jump down. I need to go and do something. If you're still live, I will pop back up. But I'm going to be listening in. I need to jump down at the moment. I just got a call, so I need to go and deal with that.
I haven't done any writing in a long time, so
take care, mate.
And Michelle, as ever, thank you for having me up. It's always fun over here. I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. I hope that you come up tomorrow, too. Just be aware that Wednesday I will be at the dentist.
Everybody, Michelle will be at the dentist Wednesday.
So please pray to your God or goddess of choice that the dentist appointment will go fine. The Uber trip to the dentist will go fine, and the Uber trip going home will be fine.
Michelle, I plan on being on the phone with you in the morning, waiting for the Uber.
I know you'll be on the phone with me for the morning.
I will be on the phone waiting for the Uber back.
My prayers will be going to Jesus on your behalf.
Michelle,
I'm going to check out.
Helicopter to come and get you, I will. We are doing this.
Helicopter.
All right, I'm off as well. See you later. Bye.
All right, so everybody, why don't we just get this wrap it up, and just say thank you, everybody, for coming to the show and having a good time. I think today's show was very productive. I think we had a wonderful meeting with Slingshot Warrior. We had a wonderful talk with Jenna. We had absolutely a good show, fairly engaging topics. I had no problem with it. And some of you guys have wanted shows like this, so that's why I was a little bit disappointed to see the number of dislikes. Was like, why are you disliking something that you guys said you wanted shows with more substance? So
they don't know what they like.
Okay. Maybe you're right. Maybe they don't know what they like. Oh, ladies and gentlemen on the panel, I want to say thank you for coming, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks, Michelle.
Okay. See you later, Bradley. Tina.
See ya.
Red. Right.
All right. See you later.
Yep. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's time to get ready to wrap it up, because I do want to go outside. It's going to be fairly nice. The sun is out. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. The sun is outside. It's going to be mild. It's not going to be too cold. Most of the snow, if not almost every bit of the snow, is gone. It's going to be civil. And I'll be honest, I kind of do want to give myself some lunch. So don't judge me, okay? And I definitely want to go get my wiggles and jiggles. You gotta get those wiggles and jiggles. Yes, you do. And we will. You bet you will. Yes, you will. Okay, so everybody, may you all have a happy and safe day. And stay healthy and stay happy. And don't forget that we love you and we care about you. And we want you safe. To stay out of trouble and be good to other people. Absolutely. This video is ended. Go out in peace to show the care and compassion to the world around you. The world sometimes is a tough place, and a little bit of respect goes a long way. So we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, it says tonight. Drive the UK. That's right. UK driving tonight on 7 o'clock. Right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.
MicheleMarieDalene, I will always be there for you. Michelle, never stop believing in yourself. Go out there and show the world what you can do. Go kick some ass and have a good time doing it. I love both of you so much. I love how far you have come on YouTube.